I am muted. Hello, hello. That's better, I think. Now you might be able to hear me. For whoever is here, I'm not sure if there is anybody here, but I will start rambling anyways. How is everybody doing? Hey, Mr. Quinn in the chat. How do you say that in English? Trouwe supporter. A good man. Let's just keep it at that. My English is waking up still, so I'm so sorry, but we have been rebranded to an English club, so I have to do the English Inglando language speaking. So have very fun listening to this, and have hopefully very fun watching this as well. So, what we're gonna do? Let's first zoom out a little bit. This is me. That is Hans. This is a man. And this is Lumbridge, without its castle, which is not looking that interesting. 1 second. Whoop. Ah, there we go. Now that's a castle. So, old school RuneScape showcase. PVM showcase, to be more specific. There is so much about this game that is so super fun, so I'm going to show you a little bit about it and why I think it's so much fun. There are things that are a little less fun about RuneScape that people are often more familiar with, such as you walk and you click to a tree and you click the tree and start chopping the tree. Well, in this case I don't have an axe with me, so I'll just really quickly get one so I can demonstrate one of the one of the least interesting stuffs about the game. Just grab an axe. We're going back to Lumbridge or to a tree. Oh, there's trees outside. So we click a tree. And we wait. We get numbers. They go up. The numbers go up. You see there's the 30 numbers. That's experience points. I'm gaining points for my skill. Amazing. I'm waiting. I'm looking at my character doing his chopping. I'm getting logs. Awesome. I even see, this is how modern RuneScape is nowadays. You can even have little indicators on how long the tree is going to be up. If it's about to go down, which is right about now. Oh man, we gotta find a different tree to hit. But hey, we're getting logs, so we're getting XP. If you think this is entertaining, it's gonna get way better today, so have no fear. If you don't think this is entertaining, good. I'm gonna surprise you, I hope, with some great PvE, PVM, it's how we call it in old school, content. Without too much woodcutting, here's the plan for tonight, or at least for now, until it becomes boring or just not, until I don't feel like it anymore. But I feel like I can easily fill 3 hours with this alone. Let me grab my little interface. Oop, there it is, the wheel for the veterans out here, the real OGs, back in the old days when this old fella. I should probably introduce myself as well. I used to be in DSA Ignite, I should say. We had a lot of wheels. A lot of things were decided by the wheel. A lot of important things, such as who's going to be a board member, who's going to be the what's it called now? The head of the association, the president. All of that stuff was decided with the wheel. It was very, very important. Nowadays, I don't know if it's used anymore in DSA, but I'm going to use it tonight. First of all, a little bit of introduction about me. My name is Remon, Krilkipje. That's not my gamer tag, but my tag. I go by Krilkipje, or in this game I go by Bigus Kippus, which is a great name, thank you. I'm going to show you my favorite game, PvE content. So, I've got all of the bosses, well, not exactly all of them that I can do right now. There are some complications with certain bosses that require certain times that you can only do them, so I've excluded those. I've only added the bosses that are available to me now. I'm gonna spin wheel. It's gonna land on a boss. I'm gonna gear up for the boss. And I'm gonna fucking smack the boss. I will do this while also explaining a little bit about what the hell I'm actually doing. For those who don't know about anything about the game, I'll do a little bit of a teaching thing, and you'll learn hopefully a little bit. Some might be super easy, but most of these bosses are actually a mid-game or end-game level. I'd say maybe a quarter of them are really beginner level. So a quarter of them are not going to be interesting. Most of them have at least some context or some difficulty in some regard that require your brain or your mouse or your hand to be used properly. I'll tell you what kind of boss we're facing whenever we spin some wheel. So let's get started with wheel. I'm just gonna click and we'll see. I've never actually done this myself. I usually had my other board members click wheel for me, but in this case, deranged archaeologist. This is one of the beginner bosses. Still, actually not that safe. It's easy, but he's dangerous. Deranged archaeologist. Maybe I can just look him up on the wiki. Deranged archaeologist. I even have his page. There we go. This is the deranged archaeologist. He's a fella. He has some lore. I'm not gonna go too deep into it. Not that much lore. It's only like 3 lines. It's not even lore. It's about mechanics mostly. But one important line is up to 92 damage is how much damage he can deal, and characters only have a maximum of 99 health. A lot of people have died to this due to lack of interest and general. Oh, this boss is killable. I can just click his head and nothing will happen. Right. In this game, there's a game mode called Hardcore Ironman, and people have died to this. If you die on a Hardcore Ironman account, you lose your status for the rest of your account. You have to create a new one in order to still have that status. Famous streamers have died to this boss because it can be so dangerous. What does it drop? Nothing too interesting. It's an early game boss that people kill for some weaponry that are good for the early to mid game, especially on accounts that cannot trade restricted accounts, such as Iron Man is the term for that in this game. A steel ring that makes people very tanky, or some dragon hide, which is good for ranging, bows and arrows and such. And crossbow limbs, runite limbs, to make a great crossbow, and some other general supplies that aren't that interesting. So, let's give that a shot. Ooh, haha. Hello, Mr. Retro himself. How do you get this sweater? That's a great question. All you need to be is a member of DSEA Retro. Retro? I don't know if that's the correct name for the association, but I'm sure you'll figure out how to join it if you ask QQ versus OO in the chat. Toch, Laurens? You'll surely explain it. But yeah, it's a sweater. Go buy it. It's out now if you're old. If you're new, buy the sweaters from DSEA. Enough plugging. We're gonna kill some deranged archaeologists. Good to know about this boss. It's very tanky, but it's not very good against magic. It's very weak to magic. So I'm just gonna grab some magic items. And I am very overtuned. My magic is my strongest attack style. So I'm gonna bring both my maximum gear, which is this. That's how it looks. I will also bring my a little bit less maximum gear. Oh, I don't have my Ivan staff. What kind of stakes do I have? Let's bring a Staff of Fire, fuck it, why not? So I can show you a little bit of the difference on how a maxed player looks versus killing this, and how a medium player looks versus this boss. Let me just grab some different robes as well. There we go, that'll do. Some runes, very important to bring some runes, because we're using magic, and for magic you need runes in this game. So I'm gonna bring some of this, maybe some of that, some fire, who knows. I'm gonna bring some teleportations. I use capes. If you are level 99 in the skill, you get their capes, and certain capes have perks like teleports on them, which is useful. I'm also gonna bring, let's see, some food. I'm gonna bring my imbued heart, which boosts my magic level, so I have more damage. And I'm gonna bring a prayer potion. There we go. That should do. Alright. If you're new here in the chat, by the way, make sure to say hello. If you're lurking without audio, big explosions, etc. If you don't have a Twitch account and you're still watching, hi, good to have you here anyways. Did you ever lose status as an Ironman? No. So hardcore Ironman, if you die as a hardcore, you revert to a regular Ironman. And regular Ironman cannot trade with other players. They have certain restrictions. Most people that do play this kind of restricted account play regular Ironman mode, which is what I do as well. I've never played hardcore to a deep level. It stresses me out way too much. I just enjoy the having to do everything on your own aspect, because it forces you to play the whole game, kill every boss, because every boss has a unique drop that's used for something, and play all parts of the game, all mini games, etc. So yeah, that's what I enjoy most. That's why I play this. For my magic, I'm gonna use some spells for my budget setup, and for my main setup with the big two-handed staff, it has a built-in spell, so it will just shoot shit if I just click monsters. It's that easy. How do we even get there? We go there using the Dig Sites pendant. This is my house, by the way, my player-owned house. Lots of MMOs have this system, I think. Like in Final Fantasy, I learned there's clan houses or whatever it's called, or maybe it's houses. I don't know. In this case, you have your own house as a person. You can build it, customize it fully with tons of different types of rooms with all different kinds of features. This room has a lot of teleporters. This is my portal nexus, and I can go everywhere with it, basically. Lots of places, and there's some pendant here on the wall that allows me to teleport to the dig site. Should I go to the dig site? No, we're gonna try it again. We're gonna go to a different place. Almost there. We're gonna go to Fossil Island. There we go. Fossil Island has a magic mush tree on it, which allows me to go to the Sticky Swamp, which is where this boss is located. The Sticky Swamp. Aha! I see now, I forgot something. In the Sticky Swamp, you need an axe to get through these vines, so that's why I brought my cape, so I can quickly get back to the bank and grab my axe. So all is going according to plan. I'm gonna try it again. Yeah, every room is the same size. Yeah, it's squares. It's just like Minecraft. Every square is the same size. In this one, every room has the same amount of squares. Oh well. At least I have pets. Look, there's animals in my house. Anyways, sorry. I'm getting distracted. My ADHD is kicking in. Going back to Fossil Island. This time with an axe in hand. Going to the magic musk tree. Clicking the swamp. Any input about my audio? Is my music able? Are you able to hear the music at all? Should I turn it up? Should I turn it down? And are you able to understand me? Oh no! There's this star monster attacking me. Oh no! Let's hope this thing doesn't stab me. The spine mushroom. Good. There we are. The lair. Okay. Good. As you can see, my ping graph, it's a bit spiky here and there, so there might be a little bit of lag. Just a heads up, I'm lagging. It's not skill, it's lag that's causing me to die. Right, we're moving into the area. He's aggressive. He's very vocal. He uses a lot of words. You can see him as overhead. And he's throwing regular attacks at me, like little books or pages or something. I think it's 20 books. If you use your protection prayers, which is a skill, he will not do any damage to you, which is nice. If he says learn to read, that's when he throws exploding books, like little orange books. If you stand on top of those, you die. Well, as you can see, I just clicked him, and my staff just keeps shooting shit. He will just keep shooting shit, but I'm using my protection prayers so he doesn't hit me. And I kill him. Potato with cheese. Oh, fuck yeah. That's a RuneScape classic food. Potato with cheese. Lovely. It's even an IRL food. Sure. Everything could boost it up a little bit. Alright, I don't think I can boost my microphone much, but I can upgrade my game sounds. Oh, up my game sounds a little bit. Learn to read. Now let's see what happens if I do get hit. Well, 50 damage. Oh no, that's some food. That's a shitload of damage, by the way, 50 damage. There's not a lot of bosses that deal 50 damage, puff, just like that. So that's why it's important to move. While I fix my audio, I'm giving him another chance to hit me for 50 damage, see if he does. Well, he doesn't. Alright. And that's an early game boss as a high level character. Now, as a medium level character, you're gonna use more crappy gear like this. Sorry, plants, get out of the way. A scary plant with a skull. Look at that, that's a scary plant. Anyways, kills will be slower, not that interesting. I'm gonna just start one more kill and then teleport out because this boss is not interesting at all. I can write this one down in Deranged, that's very big. Deranged, ooh. Go ahead and hit me. 45 damage, Jesus. We click fish in this game, by the way, to heal our health. Our green bar is the health bar. There's a number here in the top as well. It displays the amount of health we currently have. If you click fish in your inventory, you heal health. That's great. There's a timer on it, so you cannot spam click fish. Deranged, arcade. Oh lord, yes. Alright, there we go. Let's make it a little bit smaller. And see if we die from this boss, but I don't think we are gonna die. Oh no. That's small, that's good. There we go. Deranged archaeologist. There's probably not gonna be enough space in here for the full 3 hours, but we'll see when we get there. Learn to read, one more time. How much damage? Oh my fucking god. Ah! Almost died. That's a lot of damage. It's not a hard boss. The idea for this game, for this boss, for learners, people that don't PvM a lot, PvE, is look at his text. Look very closely. And you see something about reading. Learn to read! You click away like a maniac. And they... Oh, they don't hit you. He kicked me. He fucking kicked me. Oh. Don't kick me. Anyways. There we go. He's dead. Porkweed. That's herbs. That's used for something. Not very interesting. Alright. Sound effects are loud, but the rest is good. I will lower the sound effects a slight bit. 4%, I guess. There we go. Music can go a bit down. 4 as well. Okay. That's that. Spinny wheel time. Going on to the next. Remove. Can I show this? Or is that not? There we go. Results. Yep. It's gonna be. Ooh. Huecoatl. Alright. This is kind of a slow one. So I'm gonna quickly fix my lag settings before we go much further. Because I feel like I'm just using too much of a bit rate. If I can even change that during my stream. Set that to 3000 instead of 5. Maybe that helps. So the Huecoatl. Let me just quickly grab this guy. Huecoatl. While that's loading, I'm gonna show you my screen real quick. We're gonna gear up for Huey. Huey is a dragon-like boss, which you should kill in a team of 3 people at least. But you should kill it in a team of 3 to be hyper efficient. I'm not gonna ask people to join me here, so I'm just gonna do it on my own, which works fine as well. It just takes a bit longer. If I have a UE tab, there's bank tabs that I've made for most bosses that I kill, which allows me to easily grab equipment from my bank in a certain setup, so that my gear looks great. I grab some stuff for my inventory. That's way too much supplies anyways. There we go. Fix my rune pouch with the correct runes in it, so I can cast different types of spells, and we're already good to go. Alright, teleporting to my house. Is the wiki loaded by now? No, it's not. Huecoatl. There we go. It has loaded. I'll quickly grab that for you. There it is, the Huey. Great image. Awesome. My Wi-Fi is doing amazing. Not much to see here yet. I guess we'll come back once it has loaded. But for now, we're going to kill a big dragon. I'm not sure about the lore about this dragon. It's not that interesting, I'm pretty sure. We're gonna teleport there with my amulet. And we're on top of a big mountain in a far, far continent. There's this whole new continent of Korend and Varlamore added for... If you've only played years ago, you only know this area. Lumbridge, Varrock, Falador. But far across the seas, they've added so much more content. So this is one of the newer bosses. Only a year old, I'm assuming. Maybe a bit longer, but not that old. We're gonna fight him in an instance. I'm gonna click the flag to make a private instance, start a solo fight. Costs me a little bit of money, which is taken straight out of my bank account, which is not bad. And we're gonna go in and punch some dude. Oh, 1 second, I forgot my spell book. That's, if you don't know what this is, don't worry about this. I'm going to go and slap. Alright, so this boss consists of 3 kind of phases. You enter and there's this little dwarf dude, the seer, that's going to help you, give you some advice about the fight. This is a medium level boss, by the way. Look, it's attack with your prayers, he says. This is for people who are suddenly getting into bossing. Look, there's an attack coming to me. So this boss is learning about prayers and movements mostly. And how you do that is, there's 3 types of prayers which are called overhead prayers. The overhead prayers, they're called that way because if you click them, they appear on top of your head. Well, I just clicked his tail. This is his tail, by the way. Or his body, I suppose, which is kind of hidden in the mountains. These overhead prayers protect you from 100% damage most of the time from specific styles of attack. So this is a green one, which indicates a ranged style attack. If you pray that correctly before it hits you, you get 0 damage. About the movement part, there's lightning strikes. You should have seen this by now. If you're a gamer, you would have noticed. Move away from those. For another ranged attack, you pray it, and you can turn it off again. Now, this is the first phase. You should be here with a few more people. A little bit of lag. But that's fine, we're gliding. Yep, we just hit it, and we use our protection prayer. That's magic. Magic is usually blue in this game. You can even, I say 3 people, but you can do this with 8, 20, 100. I don't know if there's a limit even, but you can do this with as many people as you want. It's just not very useful, because most, this boss only drops, well, I think 1 unique drop per time that you kill it. So if you kill it with 1,000 people, there's only a small chance even for 1 person to get 1 rare item. So killing this with a small group is just more, it's more ideal. Alright. But this prayer situation with the overheads and protecting yourself from damage, that costs prayer points, which is the second orb on the top right. Ooh, a second. Ah, I got hit, I was too late. This orb on the top right is your prayer points. Those go down when you use prayer. It's not like health, you die if you have 0, it's not like that. But it is a resource that expires. I'll talk more in a second once we're upstairs. Alright, we're clicking the big dragon. There he is. Hero Collateral. Alright. So these prayer points, they run out whenever you use this prayer. These prayers. I'm using this offensive one, Piety. I just have it on constantly because it boosts my damage. If you use these overheads, you lose points faster. You have potions. These blue ones, they're prayer potions. What do? Well, they replenish your prayer points. That's crazy. Just like food replenishes your health. So I click a shark, my health goes up to 94. You click prayer potion, and your prayer goes up. Now our prayer is 60 something. Click my potion, it's 90 something. Now that is just great. This phase takes a little second. Use my claws special attack that deals a little bit more damage. Let me read the chat. Now we're here, just chilling and whacking. So how many hours would you typically have in the game before getting here? That is a tough question. Because if you're a complete beginner, it's going to take you way more hours than if you're a veteran and you're going on a new Iron Man account. I'd say for a true beginner, it could take a few weeks to months to get to the stage where you feel comfortable killing this boss. If you know nothing about the game, but you're a quick learner, however, you can be here in 2 weeks, easily. Maybe even 1 week. If you play 10 hours a day, that's easily quite achievable. But there's so much to learn about this game and so much to do. If you just go straight combat, you just focus on killing monsters and getting your combat stats up, you can get here in 1 week, no doubt. Even a few days. If, however, you focus on the rest of the game as well, I'm opening my interface now, which shows nothing, of course. course, because I completed everything that's in there. As the quest log, there's tons of quests in this game. Over 173 quests in total. Those take a lot of time, but they learn you a lot about the game, and they learn you a lot about, or teach you a lot about the world and its characters, which is great. And they help you with skilling a lot. If you invest time in that, you're gonna be here later. So on average, I would say it could take you a month or two to get here. But yeah. So, we're now whacking his tail, as you may have seen. I am using different types of weapons. I was using my Dragon Hunter lance earlier, which, as the name suggests, is very good against dragons specifically. So that's why I'm using that to whack this guy on the head for most of the kill. Also the portion of the fight where I fought them here, I use my lance for that. However, for this portion specifically, I'm using my boppers, the dual Makuahuitl, which are great because this tail has some sort of armor, which means that I cannot hit as much on it as I would with regular weapons. There's a limit to 10 damage per hit that you deal. This weapon deals 2 hits per attack, so it can hit up to 10 in the same amount of time as my other weapon could only hit 1 10. So hitting multiple times is useful at this boss, so that's why I'm bringing multiple sets of gear to switch in between the fight, or in the middle of the fight rather. See if my potion has expired. Alright, the tail is down. Now it will remain down for the rest of the fight. And now the final stretch is just the second half of his health bar. But oh no, shockwaves. There's a little shockwaves now, and now there's more lightning coming. So there's more area stuff to be aware of. And his regular attacks also keep coming. So throughout the fight this gets more and more intense. The way to dodge these is just to run over them. While we keep prayer flicking. Now you may have noticed these pillars on the side. The real reason why people recommend to do this with at least 3 people is because of these pillars. If I'm using one of my protection prayers, such as range, you can see that one of these bars goes up. If I would use a different one, a different bar would go up. If you are with 3 people and you're both praying a different type of prayer, all of the pillars would light up and you would get a damage boost. 30%. 30% is a lot of percent. So doing this with 3 people gives the whole team a damage boost, which makes the whole kill go faster, which is, yeah, that's what you want. But yeah, since we're solo, we're not getting into that. However, he is dying. Of the bosses on this list, by the way, this is one of the longer ones. So don't worry about it. The rest are going to be hopefully a bit quicker. 2500 HP is a lot. There are 3 raids in my list, in my wheel, I should say. Let's see what we get. Ooh, some fire splinters. Awesome. I'm just noticing that I'm in the wrong Rune Light client. So I'm just going to quickly crash my client for a second. There we go. That didn't change much for you. It did change something for me. Okay. So, I killed the Huequatl. We got some splinters, which are resources used for weapons and such, which is nice. Alright, great. Let's grab the wheel again. I'm gonna also write down Huequatl in my list of bosses that I have killed, destroyed, and sought after. I'm also going to quickly crash the whole stream. You might have panic in your head. Oh my god, what's he gonna do? Okay. Okay, I think we're here. We're live. Aren't we? Sound check. Anybody hearing me? I quickly reset my my router, and I think we have better connection now. Yes, that is way more stable. Assuming we are still live. Why is the stream still up then? Good. Nice. Okay. Oh, I never left. I was that quick. I used cheat codes with my internet. Anyways, Huey Coatl is removed. Then we're clicking wheel again. What are we gonna get? Which boss are we gonna tackle? If it's a raid, it's gonna be a big one. That is a raid. That is a raid. I jinxed it. It's the Theater of Blood. Great. The Theater of Blood is actually, according to most people, the most fun raid. There's a few buts about this. And I'm gonna explain you why in a second. I'm just gonna quickly type in my clan chat. So I asked my clan to see if anybody wants to do a quick TOB, a Theater of Blood. Now the TOB is very interesting because it's the hardest raid according to many players. This is a very, very, very end game piece of content. It's difficult to learn, it's difficult to master. I have definitely not mastered it. I have definitely become better at it, but I'm not a master. I can just do the raid without dying for sure though. So let's see if we can get a raid going. And the reason why I was hesitant in my reaction, because we need more people for this raid. Most raids you can do alone. Well, there are 3 raids in total in the whole game. You can do them alone, except for this one. Well, except like 10 people in the world can do this on their own, but nobody else. So I'm gonna need people for this. I can either find people in my clan chat, or I can quickly hop over to a specific world where I can find people. So I'm gonna quickly gear up while I wait for people to respond, and hopefully they will. Gear. There we go. This is gonna be a of all the showcases, one of the one of the more interesting ones. There's so much to say. I won't even have the time to say it before it happens. So you're just gonna have to watch and see and enjoy the ride. Is all I can say. Alright, I don't think my clan is in the mood for a TOB, so I'm gonna go and just do it in a specific world. And let's see, I didn't bring my... Hey! Shout out Rune! Hey, Deja! Hey! Oh, I went to the wrong place. Nice. Castle Wars. One second. Rune, do you know how to top, or are you just gonna int me if you join? Just checking. Where's the thing? There's the thing. You will mega int. Okay, unlucky. I will find some people in a random world 416. This is an American server, which means I will have a little bit more lag. My lag is mostly fixed due to my quick restart. But I'm gonna find some people in this world. I'm just hopping worlds, and look at that, there's so many people on this server. This is the server list, by the way. All of the servers that are currently running, and they all have hundreds of people in them. In between 200 to 2,000 people per world. That's the limit. And this is the specific world where people find teams for this and free-for-all and do shit. So I'm just gonna quickly find a team here. And hopefully we won't mega die. If we die, I'm just gonna spin the wheel and do something else, because this is either a complete hit or a complete miss with the people. +2 DPS, HMT. Let's see what the other people are asking for. People are making teams here and they're shouting out what kind of roles that they need. MDPS, I need freeze. So, Theater of Blood. While we wait for a team, this is a complicated raid with about 5 rooms in it, which each have a different boss. Each boss has unique mechanics, unique strategies to kill them, and the theater is one of the more optimizable bosses in the whole game. You can min-max the shit out of this whole raid, and it's so fun, and a lot of people are addicted to it because we're fucking autistic as hell, and we want to min-max everything. It's also just difficult in general. If you mess up, you get bopped in the face and you just die. It's very quick. Plus RDPS, MDPS. Let me see if I can just North Freeze, Heli. I'm gonna apply to Heli's party. North Freeze. I think I will be late to this party though. Someone else already applied as North Freeze, so I'm just gonna make my own party, I think. I'm just going to wait a second. Oh, I have been accepted as a North Freeze, that's nice. So there we're gonna do with 4 people, I think. Numbers. I think we're potting. Yeah, Heli is my party leader, so we are potting. I'm gonna just eat some potions beforehand. These potions in my inventory, they boost stats. The previous potions that I had with me, they restored prayer. These ones boost my stats. So I just drank some potions before we entered to get a little bit of an advantage, a little bit of a damage boost when we're in. My role is going to be the mage role, North Freeze, which is a role that focuses more on magic than the others in the team. That's why I bring this big ass staff that I have in my hand, some robes. My other teammates don't bring these robes, but my role requires it, more or less. Better show up, Seg. Alright, we are in. This is the Maiden of Sugadinti. That's a very complicated name. Oh, I'm staying in the Maiden's Blood. So, I'm just go ahead and freeze this little thing. Alright, so some things to know about this boss. You just hit it. People are whacking it. The freeze roll specifically, they wait around the edges a little bit for crabs to spawn. Should be any second now. We want to click them as soon as they appear. And freeze them. I'm using my magic that freezes them in place. If these crabs reach the boss, we're fucked. And they heal the boss a shit ton. They also make her a lot stronger. So that's why it's very important for the freeze rolls to freeze the crabs. That's it. Crazy tech, I know. Freeze rolls don't have to freeze those things, but they can if they want, because they are annoying as hell. Alright. One step back. At 70, 50 and 30% HP is when these crabs spawn. That is when my time is to click them. This person here is the South Freezer. We have 2 people freezing these crabs, because there is too many of them to freeze for 1 person. We freeze them all, we use our spells. These ice spells hit all these crabs at the same time when they're on the same squares. That's why this is so good. And now we keep hitting. I'm using my ranged, which is my blowpipe. It's shooting little darts at the dude, not poison darts, just regular darts. That's a splash. Alright. Waiting for them to hit the boss a little bit more. Did he die? Oh, I was late on this, but that's okay. Yeah, it appears one of my teammates died. He says lag. Alright, that's fine. Gotta freeze some of these fuckers. Alright. That should do. Now that all the crab phases are over, now we can just shoot the boss. As you may have noticed, he's using some blood attacks every now and then, which require you to move around to not step on those little blood things. If you stand on them, you die. And it heals the boss as well. So you move around every now and then to prevent getting hit. If you get hit, it says some overhead text because of a fun little plugin that I added. Okay. That was room number 1, the Maiden of Sugadinti. One of my teammates died, but if we finish the room, everybody revives. So that's the great part. Now, this is one of the more fun rooms in the whole raid. The Pestilent Bloat. Pestilent Bloat is a big ass motherfucker, and he has a lot. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. He has a lot of swarms, flies swarming around him, because he's smelly as hell. If he looks at you, or if he sees you, those flies will catch up, and they will eat you. They will do a lot of damage in a short amount of time. So you need to. Is everybody going in? So you need to kill him while he's resting. He will take a break every now and then, and we are waiting for him to do that. So we can enter through the barrier, and as long as we stay behind this pillar, he will not see us, and we will not take damage. As you can see, this guy, he's right in his face, so he's taking a lot of damage. He has some special tech. He fucking died. Are you fucking kidding me? These people are mental. Anyways, he's taking a break. He fell down. This guy is AFK. What am I raiding with? Jesus Lord. Oh dear, oh dear. Alright. Ooh, I'm alive. I could have died there. That number could have been way higher and I would have been dead. But we are alive. Anyways. While I have time, while we wait for this guy to take a break again so we can hit him again, I'm gonna look this guy up. Has this man played this game before, or has this man not played this game before? He's resting again. So we will whack. This man has done how many theaters? Where's the T? He has done plenty of theaters. I should run. There goes my eat. Okay. This guy has done plenty of theaters, so he should know what he's doing, but he died. And the other guy's AFK. She's fully AFK. Oh, anyways, he turned around. He can do that. Crazy mechanic, I know. And you just keep walking until you finish him. There we go. You start whacking. I'm using a big ass axe, by the way. That is causing my health to get lowered every time I swing. If I stop swinging for a sec, the health will slowly start getting back up again. So it's not a permanent health loss kind of situation usually. You just see like the purple 8s on my health bar. That means I'm healing 8 from the status of my weapon. That's another one. I'm regenerating the health back. He's down again. Just gonna use my special attack. If I use my special attack from this weapon, I will heal every charge that I had back up, which was 5 charges is the max, so I'll heal 5 times 8 health back instantly. Deal a little bit of extra damage. Oh, he turned around again. He is stunned. Oh, there's feet falling from the sky. Feet and hands, in case you didn't notice. If they land on you, you die. He's dead. He's alive. He actually died. And this is why raiding with random players is not the best idea, because they're all fucking bad in the game. Let's see if I can kill him. Otherwise, I have to go back later. Yep. We'll have to finish him in a sec. This usually boss is finished in a minute or so. We're taking a shit while longer because one person is disconnecting, the other 2 die for no reason. All you need to do is not be an idiot for this room, and then you can you can go on. And he's out again. 94 damage, that is a lot, that's good. 6 damage. 5 damage. And he's dead. Alright, I have a feeling that we are going to disband this party. And we have our DPS. Apparently we can just continue with 3. One person disconnected. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Anyways, we got the boss. Amazing. So I'm just gonna quickly click this little chest for some shark. And we are gonna move on. So next room, the Nilocus room, which is hectic, to say the least. There are 3 types of crabs that spawn: white, blue, and green. You hit them with the respective combat style. So green ones you need to use ranged, which I am appointed the ranger now because we are missing one person who was otherwise going to do it. I was actually the freezer role, but yeah, since the other person is disconnected, I am now taking over. Oh, he's alive still. That's interesting. I'm taking over the ranged role and deal with the green crabs. There's the guy in the middle that's using magic. He's dealing with the blue crabs. I'm clicking head. Nilocus, little spider-like things. They're spawning in waves. As soon as you kill a wave, a new wave spawns. Ish. It's kind of the idea. Some variants here and there. But yeah, you just click spiders. Here and then I try and help with different colors if I have the time. I do need to focus on my own color though. If there's green ones, I need to shoot them. For obvious reasons. Some of these crabs are hitting pillars, which are invisible on your screen, but they have health bars here. There's pillars here. Just trust me, they're here. Once the pillars go to 0 health, we lose. Well, if they all go to 0 health, we lose. So let's try and not get that to happen. I'm just gonna quickly... Oh, I fucked that up. If you hit the wrong crab... Oh, I cannot ping. I clicked. If you hit the crab with the wrong style, it will become immune for you specifically. So, I fucked that one up. This one is aggressive towards us. Other people need to hit it. Alright, I'm gonna quickly cast some barrages. Some blood barrage spell. It heals me a little bit with the amount of damage I deal. I'm just gonna keep casting some of these to get some health back. And we're gonna start shooting again. Clicking green. Oh, I cannot hit that. That's unlucky. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to clear this room before our pillars die. It's gonna be tough. I need to help these people. With the blue crabs, there's a shit ton. I'm actually gonna use Blood Barrage for the remainder of this whole situation. My health is very low. Should probably use this. These pillars might crash, that's not good. Focus the pillars with the least amount of health, which is all of them right now, so we might have to eat some food. Yeah, there we go. That's 2 pillars left. Oh, that's 3 pillars at the same time. And we didn't make it. We were not good enough. If they all crash at the same time, they stun you for a little bit, and you die. And that's the wipe, and that's the team dead. So we lose the raid. Unfortunate. But yeah, that is the problem about this this world. There's a lot of Americans that have no idea what the fuck they're doing. Like Rune is DMing me, average 416 raid. Yeah, this is what you can expect. This is why you prefer to do raids with your people that you know. There are specific Discord servers on which you can find people. This is just the easiest way. But yeah, as you can see, it wasn't very, very effective. Anyways, I'm gonna make sure to... Oh, my interface has been looking weird this whole time. I only just noticed. I'm going to tick this one off the list regardless, because I've had enough about the Theater of Blood. It's at least a showcase for now. Theater of Blood. After this stream, I might be able to continue if anybody's interested in the rest of the raid. See if I can get some proper parties going. But for now, we're moving on to... Drum roll. Oh no. Bryophyta is a boss. It's considered a boss. It's absolutely not a very interesting one at all. So I'm just going to speedrun this one. This is a free-to-play boss. The whole game is, by the way, you pay membership to play this game. It's a few euros a month, like 8 or 9, depending on, maybe 7, 6, depending on how long of a subscription you take. This one is free to play. If you have a new account, you can just kill this. So this is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring this. I'm going to bring my axe. I'm going to bring my necklace to teleport there. A potion, some fish, prayer potion. Do I need anything else? I don't think I do. This boss is not interesting at all. We are teleporting to Bryophyta. This is the boss that you just click. It spawns a little bit of minions. Uses magic attacks, so you protect from magic. Use your prayer and you cannot take any damage. You click it with your bow or your blowpipe. Let's see if I can get a demonstration. If these fuckers spawn, you gotta hit them and use your axe on them. Does that work as well? No. I've used my axe. Use my axe. Pop. And then they die. You gotta lower their health, use the axe to finish them off. That's the whole mechanic. This boss teaches you about prayer and killing minions, killing ads. Oh, we can only see the wheel. Ah, I'm a dummy. Alright. You are right. Thank you very much. I'm gonna just do it again. You didn't miss a single thing. Ha. Replay. Hello, I'm at the boss lair. You get here by using your necklace and teleporting to Bryophyta. Wow, we're here. you click the gate. You enter the room. There's a dude here. He uses magic. Alright? You use your protection from magic prayer, so he doesn't do any damage. Now it's too late. Right. If he spawns any ads, there they are. You gotta deal with them. Fuck them up. If they're low health, you can click on them with your axe. Use axe on them. And then they die. And you can continue with the boss. If you don't kill the ads, this guy's immune. That's it. That's it. That's all there is to it. That's the boss. He can drop this key that I happened to get last kill while you guys weren't watching. And it opens a chest. If you get the key, you can open the chest. If you don't get the key, you leave the lair using the rock. And then you just fight again until you get keys. What do we get? We get a rune chain body and a clue scroll. We're not going to do clue scrolls today. That's a whole different kind of subject. But they're treasure trails. Like geocache. If you know what that is. If that's in any way comparable. Doubt it. Anyways. Bryophyta is down here. Dropped a rune chain body, which is for free to play. It's quite a good amount of money. 30,000 coins. Okay. Bryophyta in the top right of my screen has been defeated. We are opening the wheel and we're remembering to close it again soon. We're going to the next boss. This is a early boss. After one day of playing, you can start fighting this dude. Well, okay, maybe two. Ooh, gemstone crab. No. I added this for a meme. I don't want to do this. Gemstone crab is not a boss we're doing. Gemstone crab is... I'm going to show you how the fucker looks like, but he's not interesting at all. Just grab my my teleports. There we go. Okay, we're going to see the gemstone crab. The gemstone crab is a training boss. He's technically a boss, but you go to him to get a lot of experience points without doing a lot of effort. He is in this area, Taltekland. It's one of the newer continents as well. I think the most recent boss added to the game actually, or one of the most recent bosses at least. A low-level player, you go here, you create your account. If you know how to get here, you just go here and you click the crab. You cannot really die to this crab. You technically can, but you really don't die to this crab. There he is, the big gemstone crab. You click him for saving my ammunition, because this does cost me ammo. I'm just gonna use my weapon, my melee weapon, my axe. So you click the boss. As you can see, he's big. He's a crab. Every now and then he smacks. Boom! Smacks a few people. Deals no damage at all. So you just click. And if you can see the top of his screen, his health bar goes down by 1% each game tick. And the game tick is 0.6 seconds. After exactly 10 minutes, this crab dies. If the crab dies, you click his little cave here and you follow him to his different spawn point. And then you click him once again, you go AFK for 10 minutes away from keyboard for us. The boomers over here who don't know. And then you get a lot of experience points and you do some work on the side. This is great for multitasking. It is a boss, we have technically killed it. Accept it or not. Gemstone crab has been taken care of. Good. We are spinning wheel while we listen to crab noise in the background. It's a boss. It's not interesting at all. We're moving on. Thank God it's not next. Not the crazy archaeologist. It's Scorpia. Scorpia is not very fun and not very useful to kill. Oh, wrong one. But we're gonna kill him regardless, because I am an idiot who put it in the list. Thank you, Rune, for also pointing it out. I was too late to read. We are gonna kill Scorpia. Now, Scorpia is not that fun, mostly for one reason, and that's because he's in the wilderness. I'm just gonna bring the same setup that this is. Whatever this is. Just gonna equip it. Let's see, if I die I lose nothing. My PK skill prevention is on. This boss is in the wilderness, and the reason why that's not fun is because the wilderness is a place where other people can kill you. If... oh, there's stuff in here. That's 3 million gold pieces that were in there. That's a bag in which you can store items. I just found 3 extra million for my bank. That's great. So, in the wilderness you can get killed by other dudes. Let me check one more time. Which is not fun. It's not good to be killed. If you die, you lose your stuff. Well, most of your stuff. Your stuff except for 3 items. And the 3 most expensive items you get to keep. So this is the interface that I just opened, shows the items that I'm keeping, which is my bracelets, my tridents, my magic weapon, and my necklace, which is very good for magic as well. All of the other stuff, the book, the little scroll that's in here, the food, this little sword thingy, I will lose it if I find another person that decides to kill me. So let's hope that they don't kill me. We go through this deep wilderness, which is a scary place. There's a little bit of a demon over here. Oh, don't get hit by the demon. It deals a lot of damage. There's a castle here, which you cannot see because I'm hiding roofs, which is a shame. There's a little castle over here. Oh, there's the Chaos Elemental. That's a boss that's also on the list. You don't want to fight this guy. This guy sucks a lot. There's some people over there doing some thieving training. There's high risk, high reward stuff in the wilderness. And that's why this boss is interesting, because it gives you a lot of money if you kill it. However, you don't want to kill it because it sucks. Alright, we are in the lair. There is a lot of small scorpions here. Scorpion offspring, and there's one dude. There's one dude. Are you going to run away from me? Yeah. I'm not a PK. You don't have to worry about me. I'm just going to hope worlds. You can go and get it. I'm not going to kill you. This guy was very afraid of me, for no reason at all, because I'm not here to kill him. It would be fun. Player killing is a fun thing about the game. I'm not here to do it. I'm just gonna find a different world, leave this man peaceful, and leave him to kill his boss. Let's see if I can find an empty world though. There it is, no one in here. So, we kill this boss in the following way. We use the same spell I was using before in the raid, which is called Ice Barrage. It freezes him for a good long time, for about 20 seconds. Or 15? I have no clue. It freezes him. All the while, we can use our other staff to just, you know, hit the boss. But oh no! There's purple hit splats on him, which means that he's getting healed, which is not good. However, my damage is far more superior, right? 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 Not quite. So, if he starts to heal more than you deal damage, which is most of the time the case, what you can do is freeze these little guardians away from the boss, which is the most common strategy to deal with him. So you freeze the guardian. I said you freeze the guardian. Is there more than one guardian? Is that it? Who knows? You freeze him all the way over there, that he cannot reach Scorpia anymore. He will not heal Scorpia. So now you can just finish him off. Fix it! Hello, Flores. I'm killing bosses and spinning wheels. That's fun, isn't it? That's Scorpia. I'm gonna do just one more kill, just for demonstration. He spawns very quickly, so that's nice. So we freeze him away from us, because if he bites you, he deals a lot of damage. That's not fun. Move over here a little bit. So the strategy is you freeze him, you hit him with your staff. His minions are spawning now, which is around the time that he unfreezes. I think. It should at least. Yeah, there we go. So I now will freeze the little minion over there. I will freeze this fucker. Oh, I froze them both, but that's fine. Actually, not entirely fine, because this guy is somehow still in range. No problem at all. It's only this guy that's healing him. I will surely out damage the guy. I'm hitting 20s, the other one died. He's dead. Ah, yes, I will very likely be here. Goodbye, guys. I will be killing bosses for hours. It's so much fun. It's RuneScape. What can I say? It's a great game. You kill bosses. I will do one more kill, just for funsies. So my kill count, as you can see in my chat over here is 221 right now, which is not a fun number. A fun number has the same numbers, the same digits. Yes, Rune, Chambers is on the list as well. I'll just do this. Yeah, fun numbers are 222 or 100. Those are nice numbers. So I'm just gonna kill him until I have 222. I froze these guys away. They despawn because they cannot heal the big boss. Now I just deal with the small one. 73 is a fun number. If you know, you know. If you don't know RuneScape, you don't know, which is acceptable. Then you need to do lore research, because 73 is a fun number. Anyways, that was Scorpia. So while I run away from the wilderness and hopefully not die, I will go ahead and spin more wheel. And also add this to my list of bosses that have died. Scorpia, there we go. Scorpia, we have a winner. Next one. What's it gonna be? Oh! Yes! This is good and bad news. The good news, I really like this content. This is one of the most fun bosses in the whole game, in my opinion. A lot of people do not like this boss because it is connected to a really long grind. Oh, Rune is actually doing a Corrupted Gauntlet right now, as he says so on in my game. Hold on, let me just remove this again. It is tied to a long grind. You need to kill a lot of this boss to get a certain weapon and to get a certain piece of armor, which is very good. Very, very strong. Very mid to late game. As soon as you've killed this boss, you kind of enter the late game area. Mid to late game. There's discussions about when you enter mid and late game, but it's mid to late, alright? It's very fucking strong. The weapon that you get from this boss. It's super fucking rare, it's super fucking expensive. It takes a shit long to get, especially for Iron Man. But I really like the content. It is a lot of fun. So, that's the good news, it's fun. The bad news is, my kill count for this boss is at a fun number. So if I kill it once, I'm getting a not so fun number, and I will have to kill it more times again later. But oh well, everything for the stream. Right now my kill count is 750. If I kill it once, I will be at 751, which is not a fun number. It's not. No, it's not. So, oh well. What I have, what the kinds of things I do to you or for you, I mean, it's incredible. You should thank me for ruining my KC. As you can see on my high scores here, just quickly look. There's a number at my mouse here, 750 corrupted gauntlets, which is a good number. I'm about to ruin it for you. Corrupted gauntlet. I'm not taking any armor. I don't have to. Corrupted gauntlet is a sort of mini game kind of thing. You start by entering this cave portal thing. Once you're in, you have about 8 minutes or so to collect your gear, upgrade weapons. There's a specific only for this area. Once you leave the area, you lose the items again. But with all of the gear and items that you collect, you need to fight the big boss, which is the Crystal Hunlef or Hunlef, something with Hunlef. It's like a, it's a thing. Can I look it up here? Collection log. No, this one. No, this one. And the gauntlets. No, there's no image here, is there? Is there images? Ah, there are images here. Gauntlets. Oh, nope. It's got Hunlef. Corrupted Hunlef. That is what it is. This is the boss. 894 combat. It's fucking high. It's very difficult. It's very fun. For me, not super difficult anymore. I've done 750 runs of this whole thing, which is a lot, and it takes a while. So we spawn in some sort of explorer thing. There's a map. This is the whole area. We don't know where everything is. It's randomly generated. We now have 7.5 minutes to collect resources. I have strategized this to an extent to work for me. And the way it works for me is I gather a certain amount of resources, which I know kind of out of my head, but also there's little plugins that are helping me. On this side of the screen here, you see some numbers. Those are the amounts of resources that I still need to gather. They're also highlighted on the object themselves. So this is a tree, the roots. I need to collect 3 of those roots. So I'm clicking them. I spawned in with an axe. I chop the tree 3 times. It despawns. We can move on. All the while we ignore these monsters. There's a rock here. We need 3 of these rocks. 1, 2, and that's 3. We move on. It's a race against the clock, so I'm not going to take many breaks. And coincidentally, there is Corrupt Linum Tirinu. Sounds like fucking Italian brain rot, that is. Tirinum. It's wool. Just could have called it wool. But they call it this shit. Alright. Then. Another thing that we need is we need a weapon frame. Well, look at that. We found a weapon frame. Weapon frames are good because they make weapons. With all the stuff that I just found, we can go to this singing bowl and make ourselves armor. I'm going to drop some fish real quick. But first we're going to make ourselves a weapon. 1, 2 for a weapon. Sure, make some armor as well. And some potion. There we go. Can even bring the food with me. I'm crafting some stuff with the shards that I also found. These are required to make some armor, equip the weapon. We are now a fighter. We were kind of naked before, but now we have some defenses, some offenses. We can tackle the stronger monsters now. These were little small ones. Level 40, level 40. This fucker is level 60. It's a bit stronger. We need a proper weapon to kill these, otherwise they take forever. It's all about time. Cannot waste too much of it. Along the outer edges of the arena, there are bigger bosses. If you can find them, they're hidden. There's one. A corrupted dark beast, level 254. They're not hard to kill at all. While wait, I drink some water. They're not hard to kill. Use your protection prayer, like we're doing always. This is a ranged character, so we pray ranged. He doesn't damage us. We kill it. We collect some of his stuff. Actually, all of his stuff. He drops a corrupted bowstring, which upgrades bows in this area. Great. Thank you for the explanation, Mr. Streamer. I totally get this content now. Totally see what's going on. we keep exploring because we want 2 upgraded weapons. So we are looking for 2 demi-bosses, which are also always just around the edges of this arena. We're still looking. Can we find it? There's another one. That's a dragon. That is a good outcome. The dragon drops an orb, which is used to upgrade a magic staff. We're gonna need, ideally, 2 different styles of attack. The easiest combination is magic and ranged, because using melee at the boss we're about to fight is kind of hard. So that's why we're not really looking for it. There we go. We have got it. I'm actually on a very decent pace now, I just realized it. But I'm talking way too much, so it's not going to be a record of any kinds. It is a good kill. It's a good run. Upgrading our weapon, and I think we're already good to go. So, on left, he uses ranged and magic. He doesn't use melee, so that's nice. 1 second. Crafting some potions while we are fighting. He used magic and ranged for about 6 attacks, I think, each. I'm not entirely sure. And you have to use the correct overhead prayer to take no damage. So once he stamps the floor like that, he changes his attack style, and you need to change your overhead prayer. He also uses overhead prayers. As you can see, he's hovering protect from ranged right now, which means I need to use anything other than ranged as well. Since we made a staff, we're going to use magic. Every 6 hits that you deal to him, he will also change styles. So it's a combination of looking at his overhead to see which kind of attack you need to use. He's praying for magic, so I'm using my bow. But also, while you do that, you pay attention to what he's doing, because you need to protect yourself from his attacks. He switched styles, so I need to pray magic. And this just keeps going. All the while, he is spawning tornadoes, which deal damage if you stand on them. They kill you in a second or less if you're unlucky. So you need to move the fuck away from those tornadoes. Also, there's shit on the floor. You see these mosaic, whatever they're called, glass and load. If you stand on top of that while it's yellow or orangey like now, you take a shit ton of damage. So you move away from it. It spawns somewhere, changes into orange, you move away. Oh, he changed styles. So you move away. These tornadoes, they stack up. It looks like it's one tornado, but it's actually multiple. So it deals a shit ton of damage if you get hit. You move away. All the while, we keep eating food every now and then, because he's eating chip damage. The purple thing disables your prayer. Does it every now and then, not that often, it's not that scary. Just turn it back on again. You click the boss. More tornadoes coming. I was slow. Now this is going to be hectic. We need to move around. Make sure to keep damaging him, because if you don't damage him, he's going to outdamage you. Move around. Keep focusing on your prayers. Dodging tornadoes. Make sure our health is high. And the boss will die. It's that easy. It's that easy. These little yellow tiles on the floor, I've marked them. They're relatively safe. This ground shit will not spawn on these yellow tiles, so I can just stay here until the tornadoes spawn. That's when I need to move around and start dodging. Start evading. Start running around in circles like a madman, evading the tornadoes that are chasing me. And keep damaging the boss. And he's about to die. We've made it. We didn't prepare a full inventory of food because we don't really have to. We are strong enough at this point. This is, my account is very high level, so we don't need a full inventory. But ooh, I almost died. Wow, I looked away. But yeah, he's down. Let's see what we get from the chest. We get stuff. A lot of gems, which is good crafting XP. For iron people especially. Some runite for coins, some runes for magic, some shards for the specific kind of weaponry that this boss drops. Awesome. Lovely piece of content. I really enjoy this. It's pretty tough to get into. It requires a lot of PVM knowledge, but thankfully there's an easier mode. There's regular gauntlet and corrupted gauntlet, which allows you to practice this whole thing. Once you think you're good enough, you can move on to the next one, which is the corrupted one, which is the one I just did. Alright. We did. Corrupted gauntlet. There we go. We cleared it. Moving on. With that wheel. Not next, please. Chaos Fanatic. It's not very interesting. Chaos Fanatic is not very interesting. And the reason why. It's the same one as the Crazy Archaeologist. It's the same fucking dude. They just put him in a different spot. He has the exact same mechanics. He's not interesting whatsoever. I'm just gonna bring this, and this. Some items real quick. And some prayer, some food. Teleport. Burning amulet. Burning. No, don't have it. Ring of dueling. No. I have teleport in my house, I think. I'm gonna use this. If I die, I lose my Infernal Cape. I'm not gonna be that of an idiot. Now I'm just gonna grab a Fire Cape real quick. Okay, there we go. This is a boss you usually kill with magic. But I'm stubborn and I'm gonna kill it with melee, which is also very possible. Let's see if we can find it. It is near the cemetery, I think, level 31. Yeah, it sounds about right. Should be around here. This is, again, in the wilderness. This is the place where we killed the scorpion. And if we find other people and we decide to kill each other, we lose our stuff. So that's why I'm not bringing that many gear switches. I'm just bringing my weapon and a little bit, a few accessories. There's a dude here. He's scared of me. He's thinking, oh, is this guy gonna kill me? Is he gonna do it? I cannot. I'm too high level. I cannot kill him. I physically cannot attack this guy because I'm a little bit higher level than he is. So we are gonna look for an empty world. We found one and we're gonna smack the dude. Oh, having some trouble. Rain of Knowledge is his attack that he throws books. It's exactly the same as the one that we had earlier. You click the boss. You use Protect from ranged. My weapon is way too fucking strong. This boss is not very interesting. I'm killing him for the sake of it. He's already dead. Boop. No, he's living. Rain of Knowledge again, let's give him a chance. 19 damage. He deals way less damage than the other dude. The other dude hits 92. This one does not even hit close. He drops something not very important. He drops the same shit as the other guy that we killed. Not interesting at all. We're moving on to the next boss. Chaos Fanatic. We just killed it. Wait, did I kill the right one? Oh, I killed the wrong dude. Don't mind me. That was the Crazy Archaeologist. That was not the Chaos Fanatic. Oh well. We're gonna add that to the list regardless. Let's see. Crazy Archaeologist. The Chaos Fanatic is one more time the exact same boss as the dude we killed before. Not interesting whatsoever. So I'm just gonna remove this from the list and move on. Trust me, I've saved you time on this one. Chaos Fanatic is not fun. He does the exact same shit as the other dudes. As the exact same one that I just killed. Just a different name. Hespori. I just spun the wheel. I didn't think I showed you, did I? I did. Good. Hespori. Hespori is kind of fun. Hespori is a skilling kind of boss. There's, as you know, lots of skills in this game. Farming is one of them, where you plant seeds, you wait for them to grow, there's crops like Farmville or whatever the fuck, and you farm them and you get experience points. However, they added a boss to this as well, for those combat enjoyers like me. You kill the boss with your weapon. You spawn, one step back, you plant the seed, you wait a day and a half, I think, and then you can kill it. You can kill it once. Let's see, let me get my quiver. I don't want to lose my darts. You can kill it not that often, once every 1.5 days. It has the chance to drop a few things. Farming guild. While we talk, I look for the area where I need to go. Has a chance to drop a bucket. A bucket. Which is useful for the farming skill. And actually really, really useful bucket. Sounds boring. It's a very good bucket. Just Trust me on this. It's a very good bucket. It also drops the pet. Pets are monsters that follow you around. They're little cutesy little thingies that follow you and are happy. It drops the farming pet, which is nice. Alright, so Hespori, we pray. Probably pray magic here. And he spawns these little flowers around the room. You need to tag them once with whatever weapon you have, and then you whack the boss. You whack it. And after you dealt 100 damage, these flowers spawn again. You tag them with your bow, or whatever weapon you have, and you whack the boss again. This is a very early game boss. I am a very end game player. This boss is no challenge. Almost no challenge. I messed that up a little bit. You do it 3 times. You kill spams 3 times. Oh, he has this one attack where he roots you and freezes you. You need to spam click something in order to not die. Which is what happened. He died. This boss is dead. What do we get? Nothing interesting. We got some seeds, which is nice for farming experience. We plant another Hespori seed in the ground, and in a day and a half we can kill him again. That's Hespori in a nutshell. We're going to write that one down. Hespori. This list is going to be long. It's going to cover my face soon. Yeah, great. Moving on. Some of these are not that fun. Not that interesting at all. If you're a low level account, this is going to be much more tough. But that's what we work towards. Getting good. Moons of Peril? Please, 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 please. Yes, it is Moons of Peril. This is fun. This is fun content. This is one of the more... Oh, I keep moving the wrong thing. Moons of Peril is one of the more early game pieces of content as well. But, well, early to mid. You can do this rather early on the account. But you do need some stats and you do need some gear. So it's not as straightforward as just equip your sword and start whacking. There's a bit more, complexities about this. However, it is aimed for mid-game players, so it's mid-game difficulty, early to mid-game difficulty at least, and early to mid-game rewards. So we're gonna gear up. I have a nice little tab here, Moons of Peril. I equip pretty much the same stuff that I had the other time. Some different types of weapons. We ignore the other stuff. Yep, that's enough. Now the fun part about this boss, I'm actually going to demonstrate the whole thing. Do I have any moth? Crystalline? No, I don't have any teleports there. I'm just going to walk. The fun thing about this boss is that it is not supply heavy. A lot of bosses require you to use food, potions, arrows, runes. And the great thing about this boss is that it doesn't. It provides them for you if you do a little bit of work beforehand. It is, once again, one of the newer bosses. It is in this second continent. We're going to enter a little bit of a cave here, or a dwarven city, which is kind of cool. Loving the scenery here. There it is. Kamtorum. A big underground city of dwarves. There is some lore behind this. I'm not gonna go into it because I don't have the time or the mental capacity. Alright. So, what we're gonna do is go into the boss area, and there we're gonna create some supplies. Some potions, some food that are gonna help us not waste our own supplies, essentially. They make me stronger, they give me health. So we enter the whole area. This area is filled with 3 bosses. This is a boss room, this is a boss room, and this is another boss room. In this first area, we are going to make ourselves potions. That is step number 1. We're gonna get food for health later, but potions is step number 1. We are strong enough that we can skip food for the first boss. So, potions, we make them. We walk all the fuck around here. There's some saplings on these bushes. We collect them, right? Some grubs. We use our pestle and mortar on them and crush them into paste. In this supply crate, there's conveniently herblore supplies, which is vials of water. We use our moonlight drop paste in the water, and we have moonlight potions, which is prayer restore potions, and as well as attack, strength, and defense boosting potions, which make me stronger. That is great. That's most of the stuff we need right now. So we are entering the first boss, which is the Eclipse boss. All of these have a weakness to a specific style of weapon or weapon style. This sword, for example, has two features. You can either smack people on the head with it, which is called slash, or lunge. You can stab them with it in the belly. It's called stab. This guy is weak to stab, so we want to use this weapon and stab the guy. This is a dude, and he's just floating here in the middle. You gotta step on these holy squares on the floor. Holy squares! And only on these squares you can damage the boss and not take damage yourself. Now, every so often he does a little bit of a special attack, where he, in this case, teleports you to the middle, and here's a reactionary puzzle. You have to react to where these clones spawn around the room, click in the direction that they are coming from, so you do a counter attack towards them. So if you're on time, clicking and facing to the correct way, you will hit it and it will not do any damage to you. If I do it wrong, maybe I can demonstrate what happens. I didn't do it right here, I didn't do it right here, I took damage. Alright. So I lowered his health a lot already, which is great. Now we can just keep hitting and finish him off. That is boss 1 out of 3. It's that easy. Now, as you notice, my health is a bit low, so I'm gonna go and catch some food. I'm using the hunter skill to trap these rocks. I'm clicking them and making some traps here, lizard traps, with my rope in my inventory. I'm gonna rustle some bush. Don't overthink it. These lizards spawn and they run right into my trap. How convenient, isn't it? You pick them up. We go back to this little campfire over here, on which you can, by the way, make cuppa. If you click make cuppa, nothing like a nice cup of tea. This is a British game after all. You can also cook your lizards here. They give you some meat in your inventory and they heal a shit ton of health. As you can see, they heal a lot, which is nice. Alright, next boss. We are now fully prepared with food and potions. We are entering and we are smacking. This guy is weak to crush, so I'm using my big axe again. I'm swinging him from underneath like uppercuts. That is a lot of damage. While we keep moving to the correct platforms. He's not dealing a lot of damage to us because we are fairly tanky. If we would remove some more armor, it would be a bit more realistic to how a mid-game player would be here. But anyways, I digress. A little bit of a puzzle again. Every now and then they do this. This puzzle for this guy is that he spawns these little whirlpools around the room. You need to go to either side, or to both sides rather, and light the brazier. And all while dodging these tornadoes, or whatever they're called. And as soon as you're done, you wait for them to go away. You've lit up the area with warmth, and you can hit the ice boss again. There's another dude here, that's why there's a bunch of numbers here. As you can see, I'm taking some more damage now because I'm not wearing my correct armor. I'm not very tanky at the moment, but I'm just too strong. Man, I'm just too strong. What can I say? We move on. Boss number 3, the Blood one. I think he's literally called Blood. Blood Moon? What's his name? I think his name is Blood Moon, just like that. This one is actually a bit harder. It's more of a stat check rather than a skill check. Yeah, it's called Blood Moon. Because he uses lifesteal. If you're used to gaming, you've heard of lifesteal. You know what lifesteal is, or spell vamp for those League of Legends fellows, or life sap. I don't know which game uses life sap. Anyways, this is one of his special moves again. You need to kill some jaguars while avoiding his attacks. It's very rhythmic. Every 8 game ticks, he does a little lunge. Ooh, I was late there, so I got clawed. You want to avoid his lunges by stepping away on those red little circles. Now that that's done, we're back to hitting the boss. Every time he deals damage to me, so if you see these red hits, he's gonna heal a little bit. So you see those purple hits on him? That's him healing. I don't think I'm dealing enough damage to kill this guy without dying, without armor. So I'm gonna equip my armor again. The reason that this is a mid-game boss is because if you don't have strong enough armor, this guy will heal more than you deal damage to him. So you need at least some good strength to get rid of his health bar yourself, and have some good defense so you don't die and he doesn't heal. Second special attack of this guy, he spawns rain on the floor. Avoid it. Walk away from the rain. Don't get hit by it. You're good to go. Whack it again. Keep whacking. This is my Void Waker Blade special attack. Has a little bit of guaranteed damage, which is a lot of damage. And he's dead. And that's it. That is the 3 bosses down. As you can see here on my screen, there is some check marks next to Blue, Blood, and Eclipse. And clear your messages right there. And that's it. I'm just gonna quickly add Moons of Peril to the. Oh, where's my game? I've lost my game. There it is. Once we've killed them all, we can open this big ass chest and hopefully get something. Ooh, that's a loud noise. We got something. Some compost for farming, got some bones for prayer training, got some darts for ranged weapons, some tar for herblore, some soft clay for crafting XP, some bone shards for more prayer. So killing this boss can get you the armor pieces that they are using themselves, so you can get 3 full armor sets, which is very nice. They're very strong mid-game weapons. Very, very, very strong. And you get some nice skilling supplies if you are unlucky. So it's a great boss after in the end. It's a great boss. Good. Moving on. Wounds of Peril down. Remove. Next. Ooh, Royal Titans. Royal Titans are fun. Also relatively new boss. I think it's only a year old or something. Can be much older, can be much younger. We are gonna fight a mid-game boss again. A very mid-game, very similar amount of required gear to fight this dude as the previous bosses. So I'm also gonna be way over leveled for it. However, it still has some fun mechanics to it. So I'm definitely gonna fight these guys. I'm gonna bring some gear. This is very old setup, I just noticed. I haven't changed my setups in a good while. Let's see. This works. For this boss we need a few things. I'm gonna bring this. For the full demonstration I'm also gonna bring magic. What do I need? I need robe. Robe. Do I have a twin flame staff? I do have a twin flame staff. The good thing about the twin flame staff is that it casts spells. Wow! Incredible. I know. We need magic to kill ads, like little small critters. I'm on the wrong spell book, of course. Standard. I'm doing too much and not finishing my sentences. Give me a moment. I'm gonna really tell you what's going on here soon. Is this enough? I need 70 something accuracy. Let me quickly look up Royal Titans on the wiki. How much is it exactly? Plus 70. Yeah. Alright, that's good. Okay, we have 3 styles with us for a good reason. I'll just bring prayer potions and food as supplies. We have 3 styles. We have melee with the big ass sword and the big ass axe. We have ranged, which is my crystal set, which is the stuff you get from the corrupted gauntlet, which is the thing we killed earlier. It's very strong. And then there's also magic. I'm bringing magic staves as well. And ropes, because we have some minions to deal with. Alright, let's get to the boss. So, this is a duo boss. Similarly to how the Huecoatl was a trio boss, this boss is designed for 2 people. Not many special mechanics for 2 people here, so it's very fine to just do solo. However, a duo is just more fun because it just speeds things up, speeds you up to the fun part. We're gonna quick start. Alright. Branda and Eldrick, the Fire Queen and the Ice King. There is some Game of Thrones references in this guy, by the way. Game of Thrones. First phase, they are walking too far away for me to hit with melee, so we're using our ranged. Once they get closer, we are using our axes, or our weapon, our melee weaponry. More specifically, I'm going to use special attacks here to deal a lot of damage to them in a short amount of time. That's good. Start whacking again. As soon as they get low enough health, this happens. They teleport to the sides. From this point on, I can use melee for the rest of the fight. However, this shit happens. If you don't stand on that little yin and yang square, you fucking die. Alright, monsters spawn. What do? We equip our robes, we cast the correct spell on each of these elementals. Fire elemental uses water spells to kill them instantly. Ooh, I'm taking a lot of damage here. Okay, these ads spawn, you need to deal with them. If you don't deal with them fast enough, you get hit and they explode, which is what happened just now. I took some damage. So, we step on this tile to be safe, and we keep whacking. If you don't stand on there, I die in 2 seconds. It is dangerous. People die here. Right, now it's 2 at the same time. Fire and ice energy spawning, as well as to stand on the correct tile to dodge the attack. Ooh, I've run out of prayer points. That's not good. Now there is some little bit of fun things to micro-optimize this, such as in between these schmacks, you can run in with a halberd. Halberds, in contrast to most melee weapons, can attack from a tile distance, because they're so fucking long, apparently. Which is useful in very niche cases, such as this. Let me just quickly do this. See if I'm even in time. And this one's dead. This one's almost dead. We kill them at roughly the same time, by the way, because if we don't, his attacks start hitting through my protection code. Not fun. It will deal damage. It's not good. They're dead. It's mid-game. For me, it took me 2.5 minutes to kill them. If you're mid-game and you're doing this on your own, it's going to take 5 minutes, which is a pretty long time for a boss fight, but the rewards are really good. If you're with 2 people, it's going to be twice as fast. So it's fun to do with 2 people. You both get loot. You both get items. We loot and we get some seeds. We get a hard clue scroll, which we're not getting into. But that is the Royal Titans kill. Very mid game, still fun and still useful to kill as late game accounts though. They have some useful stuff. Good. Moving on. We are going to open my wheel, remove and spin, and drink some water. I'll fight Queen. Now this is a boss. Of all the bosses, this is one. It's not particularly useful to kill in many cases. It's also not particularly fun to kill. You have to kill it sometimes for some quests or diaries, or there are some reasons to having to kill it. You're not happy if you have to kill it. It's not that fun. But we're gonna do it regardless, because we did this whole thing and we put it on the list ourselves. Alright, Calfight Queen. Do I have a good setup for this? I absolutely do not. I'm gonna just grab something from the top of my mind then. A heart, a prey potion, some sharks. I am gonna do it a little bit by the book though. I'm gonna bring my Curious Partisan and some melee weapons and a defender. There we go. I think that's enough. A little bit more food. Energy potion. Teleportation. That should do. Alright. Oh no, and a combat potion. So this boss traditionally is killed with 2 combat styles. Melee and ranged or mage. Which one of those 2 doesn't matter, but at least melee and at least range or mage. Nowadays, magic is so overpowered that you can ignore the other styles. But just for the sake of old school, I'm gonna go and use 2 styles to get it the right way, the intended way. We are teleporting using fairy rings, which is quest unlocks and gives you a lot of locations to teleport to around the world, of which is this one into the desert. The vast desert of old school RuneScape. The members area of the desert. This is free to play. You can go here, enjoy some desert, oops. But this members area is off limits for free people. There's a little maze here that you need to walk around, but there's also a little crevasse. If we've trained enough agility levels, we can of course use shortcuts in the game, which is a great membership feature. Now then, we are entering the lair of the Calphite Queen. As you can see above her head are it's one icon with 2 things inside of it. It has ranged and magic protection, which means we need to use melee. So we are drinking my combat potion to get my stats up. We are protecting from magic or ranged, doesn't matter. He uses 3 attack styles, and we're gonna slash the fucker, or pound the fucker rather, because they are weak to boppers. So I'm bopping them on the face. And hope that I don't take enough damage. He can hit a lot, he doesn't always do that. His maximum hit is like 30, 33, I think. There's a 33% chance for him to use each attack, I think. So he's using a lot of magic right now, which is causing him to do 0 damage. This specific one is his ranged attack and deals a lot. The lightning thing is magic, it doesn't do anything because I'm using prayer. However, I do need to eat food because he will just shred me regardless of how good my armor is. Now, he's dead. Right? What? He spawns in his second form. For this one, he's protecting melee above his head, so we need to use a different style. And we use magic in this case, because it's my strongest style. Ooh, he's doing a lot of damage. I need to eat food. A little thing you can do with these types of bosses, by the way, is hold your shift key, and I click them, which makes the tiles underneath be prioritized, rather than the monster itself. So I can just dance underneath him. He cannot hit me. I can just eat food, keep dancing underneath him, make sure I'm healthy. As soon as I'm healthy, click in the boss again. Or back to brawling like Brawl Stars. Yes, I'm not a boomer, I know modern games. Very good game, Brawl Stars. I love Brawl Stars. Shit's getting dangerous again. I'm gonna click underneath him to eat some food, give myself a little bit of a break. Start using magic again to pop him. The not fun aspect about this boss is because he just deals a lot of damage. That is really unavoidable. There's not really any skill to it. All you do is you click and you hope you deal more damage than she does. Is all. And you kill it. And it respawns in a second or 20, 24. That is the Calphite Queen. What does he drop? And what does she drop? A pickaxe. One of the best pickaxes in the game. Very strong, very good, very good. And yeah, that's the Calphite Queen for you. Drops a pickaxe. Useful to kill. Sometimes. Moving on. Calphite Queen. I hope I didn't miss any of the bosses so far. If so, oh well. I did miss Royal Titans actually. I just realized. I have autism after all, so I'm gonna write this here. Royal Titans. I think the list is kind of up to date right now. Good. Calphite Queen. Remove. Chaos Elemental. It's another one of those dangerous bosses. This one is actually hiding in a little place called the Wilderness. You may have heard of it. If you were lurking and listening to me, you would have heard about it. The Wilderness is a place where people can attack each other. In other words, if I am there killing this boss and another person that has the intention to kill me walks in and starts bopping me on the head, there's a good chance that I die. So, what we do is we do not bring too many items. Let's see, what's my Chaos Elemental kill count anyways? 25. Ugh, am I really gonna ruin it? Am I gonna ruin it? Where are you, Chaos Elemental? No. Okay, I'm not gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him, but I'm not gonna finish him. I'm just gonna go there and shoot shit at it, but I will not finish it off. Do I have a Chaos Elemental tab? I don't think I do. Just gonna bring this, some weaponry, just 4 items that I keep if I die. Bring my Wilderness Sword. Bring my this and this and this and this and one of this and this and this. And then more of this, and that should be fine, I think. Actually, do I have pizza? Do I have pie? I have pie. Good, hot pie. This boss is not very difficult. He's also annoying in the sense that if you do I die here? Yeah, that's fine. If you just hit it, there's not much skill to hitting this boss. Ooh, my screen's looking weird again. There we go. It's mostly you take damage and you eat food. He has 3 attack styles. He uses range, melee, and mage. So you use your protection prayer to defend against one of them, and he just randomly shoots one of the 3 attacks. There's not much you can do. So this is another case, just like the Kalphite Queen, deal more damage than he does, and you'll be fine. And you eat food. However, there's one little, or 2 little mechanics about this guy. I'll talk about it while we start shooting. First of all, he can teleport you around. Oh, there it is. He teleports you to random places around him. Could be very far away, could be very close. Which doesn't do a lot. It's not very interesting. The second mechanic, which is something I will demonstrate, is if you have space in your inventory, he can do this attack where he just unequips your weapons for you. Like this. Oh, that's his teleport actually, that's not unequip. I'm just gonna stop hitting because I'm dealing too much damage. I'm not finished. Ah, the green one. If he does that, he unequips your weapons. Oh, that's annoying. You gotta just click it to equip it again. But if you keep eating food throughout this fight, oh, sorry, teleport. If you keep eating food, you will obviously get more and more inventory spaces, which means he will unequip all your shit, so you need to equip it all again and then start shooting him again. This is why we bring pies. Pie is tech, because if you eat pies as food, you click once, you heal a little bit of health. When you click it again, the food doesn't disappear from your inventory like this, but it leaves a pie dish. So if you just bring pies to this boss, you just eat pies, you will always have a full inventory of shit, so he cannot unequip your items for you, so you just can keep damaging him. That's the only annoying part about this boss, is he unequips your items, and he teleports you around like this. Get me out! I think I'm out of range. That's good. I'm not finishing him because I want my kill count to remain low. 25, and I've gotten everything I needed from this boss. It's a status thing. Don't worry about it too much. If you play old school, you know. Where did you just unequip my gear? All the way from... Nice. Impressive. Yeah, I haven't seen that before. Okay, spinning wheel. We have sort of defeated the Chaos Elemental. Kriara. That is a boss I still need to grind actually. Kriara is another. I mean, I feel like I'm in kind of a trend here. It's one of those bosses where you also take a lot of damage and you need to just deal more damage than they do. There's not super many much skill about this. Let's see if I have acute keys. I do have some shards. Combine. There we go. Kriara is a boss you take a lot of damage. There's not very much skill about it. However, we are gonna do him anyways, because it is a boss that drops very, very, very strong ranged. Where am I going in my bank? I'm already lost. Where is my... I was just here. There he is. A very good ranged gear is what he drops. I still need one of his equipment pieces, so I'm just gonna do this boss and fuck him up. I'm gonna focus quickly on what I need to do here, which is get my potions from my setup. I have a heart here now, so I don't need these anymore. There's these bank layouts that are good if you keep managing them properly. If you don't manage them, yeah, you're in pain. Yeah. I'm not sure why I'm bringing the quiver. I don't think I'm gonna bring the quiver now. I'm just gonna go and send it. Do I have any armadillo items? Should have armadillo. Crossbow, yep, that's useful. And I bring... Is that it? Is this all I bring? Just food and potion? Oh, I bring runes, of course. I bring runes. I bring my little book. A little pouch, I mean. I bring my teleport, just bring 2 teleports. Ooh, some people got some items in the clan. They got Blood Moon. Cool. Alright, a little bit of slow pace right now. You gotta send your guzzes into chat to clannies that get items. That is just the law. Alright, we are preparing for a rather late game-ish boss. You can technically kill this boss very early game. I'm missing boots. However, if you kill it very early game, you're gonna have a very rough time because this guy is strong. He's very strong. And you kind of want to start grinding this guy once you're very end game, which is what I am ish. So it's a good time for me to grind it. It's just I don't enjoy it that much. That's why I don't really do it. Yeah, let's send to Trollheim. And we are now at the God Wars dungeon area. Well, this is all the way over here and to the west of the wilderness, so not quite in the wilderness, in the troll country. There's a little cave here. We're gonna enter this little cave, little crack. It's my rapper name. And then we pass through on the other side. We enter this snowy area where there's a big ass hole and not so suspicious hole where we are. In the God Wars dungeon, which is a gigantic area full of sections of four types of monsters, or how do you say this? 4 factions of monsters that are having fights with each other. You can see some vampire slapping some other dude that's just out of range for me to see. Some Saradomin priest. There's people following different gods, fighting different dudes. They're having wars amongst themselves. Ignore the small little critters mostly, but the rule of thumb is... Oh, 1 second, I'm getting arched. Please stop that. Please stop arching me. Can I hide from you? Yeah, I'm hidden. For these dudes, for these bosses, in order to access the boss, you need to get 40 essence or less, depending on how far in the game you are, to enter their room. So kill 40 of these dudes, or fewer. Grants you 1 essence per dude you kill. And then you can enter their boss room. And if you leave the boss room by teleporting or dying, you lose your essence and you gotta go back in here, kill these little ads before you can enter the big boss room. However, I have this little bit of a key in my inventory, which is great. It's used to skip this whole part, the annoying part, and it gets you straight into the boss. Which is what I will be doing. I will opening a normal instance, and we're gonna fight the dude. So, pre-hour. The technique that I'm going to be using here is lazy or silly mode. I'm just going to step underneath him and do an attack with my magic every 5 game ticks. I'm using way too much food for this, but that's no problem. Why am I doing this step under thing? Because he has an attack speed of 3. I have an attack speed of 5, which means I am slower at hitting than this dude is. If I stand underneath him, I'm trading one attack for one attack. Each time I do an attack, he does an attack. If I just stand here and start hitting, he's gonna deal 2 attacks almost, while I'll deal 1 attack, which is not desired. Alright, he's dead. That's good. Something you do now to sustain yourself a little bit. Use Blood Barrage on the boss, or sorry, not the boss, the little ants that are around here, to heal your health up a little bit. And after a minute, he will respawn. This is just the very basics. There's definitely ways to optimize the shit out of this boss. I'm just doing very basic. Hit dude, go next. Reason why you want to optimize this is because I'm using a lot of supplies. I already used 3 fish, or maybe even more, which is a lot of fish. You know, if you can count my fish in my inventory, that means I'm out of fish very soon. So there's methods to take less and less damage from this boss by being very precise and using good methods of freezing monsters away from you and all that. I'm not doing it because I'm only staying here for a little while. I'm just gonna kill the dude one more time. I can actually demonstrate a little bit about the freezing. I don't know exactly the tech anymore. It's been a while since I've done this properly. You stand on specific squares, or at least you can stand on specific squares, and freeze the dude right on top of it. Freeze the little melee dude. Okay, so I'm going too quick. There's 3 little dudes in the room, aside from the big dude. The 3 dudes use magic, ranged, and melee. All 3 styles. They deal a lot of damage as well. The boss deals a lot, but the minions also. Let's see, where is it? Oh, you stay right there, bitch. Did that work? I think it worked. Okay, good. He's now frozen, which is nice. He cannot hit me now, so I'm taking way less damage than before. However, this dude is still hitting me. And this dude is using his attacks on me as well. So ideally, the tech that I was trying to do is freeze these guys right on top of each other. That way, you don't take that much damage from all these ants. This blue dude uses magic mostly. This red dude with the lines uses melee. Let's see if I can get a nice little freeze going. There we go. That's actually a very good freeze. I can now stand right underneath them. I said right underneath them. I said right underneath them. This boss shoves me away, by the way, because you hadn't noticed. He pushes people. Dig that he is. I'm dying. Taking a lot of damage. He pushes people away. Fun mechanic. Anyways, long story short, there is tech that you can just stand against this wall, not get shoved, and not get hit by this melee dude that often, and just be able to get the boss down to death level. I'm not good enough at this boss specifically to master this very mechanic, so therefore I'm using very basic witch mode to kill him. Anyways, that's Kriara in a nutshell. You take a lot of damage, you try and be efficient with your magic to heal on the minions, save yourself some food so you can kill as many of these as possible, and that's it. They have the chance to drop some very strong ranged equipment, which is the main reason you kill these dudes. These small ones also drop them, just very rarely. Only, I don't know, 10,000 or something to get a drop from these, or 1,000, I have no idea. It's pretty rare. Kriara, dead. Adding Kree to the list. Spinning the wheel. Very, very good boss to kill. If you get the drops, you're a happy person. Next! No! No! Not next! No! Okay, next is actually kind of fun. I enjoy next, but the downside is it's similar to Theater of Blood, the raid that I did earlier, is you need a team to kill next. Well, once again, there's like 10 people in the world that kill it on their own, but ideally you have a team with you to kill it with. So I'm gonna just quickly go and get some kill count for Nex. Nex is also a boss in the God Wars dungeon where we just were, just now. Where's my Nex? Pre-Nex. So I'm gonna grab some ranged gear, grab some of these. That's good enough. Runes, teleport. Good. This will make sense. Trust me, bro. Trust me. We're going to change my spell book. I'm gonna go back to right there. Okay. So, anyways, next. Next is a big ass boss that is not meant to be soloed. He's meant to be killed with a team. There are not any real special mechanics to any mechanical differences to killing this boss solo or with a team. However, he deals a fuck ton of damage. A fuck ton. Not necessarily hitting you hundreds at once, so it's not like you die in an instant. But he does deal that much damage so that you just chip away. You just chip away and lose your health, and eventually you're out of stuff to eat, and you just run out and you die. Which is sad if it happens. So you need people to also tank some damage. If the damage is kind of split between people, you can you take less damage as you, and you can deal more damage to him. Because if you eat food to heal yourself, you lose time to deal damage to the boss. Yeah, that's why we grab a team for this. Now, the way I'm gonna grab a team is slightly different than the way I did grab the other team with the theater. The theater, I just went to a world, very specific world, found some people there, and then said, okay, let's fucking do this. For this one, I'm gonna join a friends chat. Friends chats, there's clan chats. This is my clan social scape, because I'm such a social boy. There's clan chats in which you make friends and do activities together. There's friends chats, which are similar, but they're a little less formal. Clans usually have hierarchy systems in them. Friends chats, not usually that much. You can come and go in friends chats, but the clan chats are more of a long-term thing. I've been in this clan for a year. These friends chats, they're just used for organizing parties to raid, parties to kill next, for example, the boss we're about to kill. So next FFA is the one that I just joined. FFA free for all. Next free for all means that if we get a drop, we get a rare drop. The person that gets it, it's kind of random, based on their contribution in the fight. The person that gets the drop gets to keep the drop. Oftentimes, whenever some person gets a rare drop in a raid, people sell the drop to other people for money, split the coins between the team evenly, and then everybody gets their fair share. In this case, it's a free-for-all. So whoever gets it is lucky as fuck and doesn't have to share with the rest. While I have been talking, I have been killing monsters. These little monstery dudes are minions, ads. You kill them to get essence, similarly to what I explained about Kriara. However, these give you a lot of essence. They give you 5 to 6 essence or so each time you kill them. So I'm gathering a bunch now before I enter the next room. And because also, after you kill next, usually you get out, you go back and use more essence to kill it another time. So it costs me, my character, 25 essence to kill next. Once or twice, or to enter Nexus boss room. So if I have 50, 75 essence, I will have enough for at least 2 or 3 kills, and might even gain some more kills in between the fights. So in other words, I'm just gonna kill a few more of these mages. They don't deal any damage. They're not special or not interesting. And then once I'm at 75, I'm gonna look for a team. In my French chat, these red letters here is my French chat, the next FFA talking to each other. I am frozen in a block. I am now looking for a team, a small team, trios preferably. I like doing 3 people kills, because if you're with more people, it's faster. But it's not that much faster, and you do have to split the loot with more people, or there's a less chance that you get the drop. So trios or duos is ideal for me. So I'm looking for, in this chat, looking just for people that say trio, and then some combination of letters afterwards that describe the kind of strategy that they want to use here. Let's see if there's anything that says something that applies to me. Ooh, ancient ceremonial legs. Wonderful. That's a cosmetic item. It's not very interesting, but it's a rare drop. It's fun to pick up. MP2 duo for 10. I don't think I'm gonna do a duo like that. It's been a while, so I'm not confident about my duo skill. Oh, we just kill this guy and then we go in and then we see if there's anybody out there. Okay, my screen just went full pink. Why? I have a plugin installed. This is the plugin hub. Right here, there's a shit ton of customizable plugins to make the game better, more interesting, more difficult even. One of the plugins I use is I strip the area of unnecessary walls. Like there used to be wall and texture and terrain here, but I've removed it all so that this area is as clean as possible, because there's a lot of shit going on here. This is an area that's not very good for bad computers. I used to have a bad laptop, and I would have frame rate issues here. So that's why I removed all the textures. Nowadays I can kind of keep them, but force of habit. Okay. So, let's gear up. I'm grabbing my, opening my, let's see, next, hybrid bandos, next duo hybrid, this one. Alright, some potions. There we go. RP2 Trio, MPT Duo, RP2 Trio, Nicolas Cage, World 501. Let's see. He's advertising a team. He's making a team that I can hopefully still join if I'm in time. They appear to be already with 3 people. So I need to look further. Trail RP2 World 600. Oh, I look in World 600. That's an American server, so I'm not going there. Can I try something else? RP2 3 trio, RP2, MP2. Otherwise, I'll just host something myself. I'll look for a world real quick, see if I can find an empty one. I will host my own party, which is no problem at all. This world's empty. Good. We type MP2 plus 2 trio. What am I in? 625. I'm not gonna go too in depth on what this all means, but I am going to see if people show up. If people don't show up, I'm gonna go and just join a mass, join a big group. It's not very fun to watch a big mass of necks. It's just very, very fast paced, and you don't really do anything special, nor anything skillful. There's no challenge there. It's not interesting. So I'm looking for small teams to make this fight interesting, but also still kind of fast. And there's a good chance for me to get an item then. However, MP2 Trio plus 2 World 65. MP2 stands for Melee Phase 2. This boss has 5 phases. He spawns in the center here. And he spawns 4 minions at these corners here. Every 20% of his health, he becomes, or she rather, becomes invulnerable. And the minions become vulnerable one at a time. That's a melee P2 man, that's good. Trio plus 1 and P2, World 65. I'll quickly switch my gear for him. There we go. Quickly adjust. So these minions spawn around the room. If you kill this minion, you can get back onto the boss. Deal 20% of his damage, of his health as damage. Go into the second minion, go back to the boss, etc., etc. So you've killed all the minions, and then you can kill the boss finally, and then you can get the drop. However, MP2 stands for melee phase 2. There's a differentiation in how in how people fight specific phases. Phase 2 is a dangerous one. If you're up close to Nex during phase 2, you're gonna get fucked. However, if you do know what you're doing, you're not getting as fucked. And it's very strong to be up close to her. So, I have found 2 people that are willing to do this whole little thing with me. Let's see if they... Oh, I need to equip bolts. Very quickly. There we go. Alright, we're drinking some potions beforehand, so that I don't have to take them into the room with me. And there we go, that should be enough. It's been a while since I've done this. Let's check I have the right runes, I have the right bolts, I think. Yeah, okay. I'm bringing 2 styles. We're bringing melee for most of the fight, which is my Fang. A stabbing weapon that's very, very accurate. Which is very strong here, because this guy's tanky as shit. So the more damage you deal, or the more armor shredding kind of powers you have, the better. We're also all wearing the Void Waker blade. These guys are wearing it too, a slightly different color. It has a special attack, which you can use 2 of throughout some time. It recharges. It deals guaranteed damage, so that's good on monsters with high defense. So, he's spawning his minions now. We're waiting for him to become attackable. And we fuck him up. What the hell is this guy doing? He's walking underneath the boss. Which causes us to be able to damage him, but or her, but the boss cannot damage us back. So, we kill it a little bit, nothing special happens. This guy is stalling the boss for way too much time. First special attack. Chooses an area, by looking at it, dashes from that area. If you're in this lane, you're fucked, so that's why I stepped to the side. Alright, minions. So, these ads are weak to a specific style. This one is weak to stab, so I'm using my Fang here. He's also still fairly weak to ranged, so you can very easily just use ranged here as well. I'm now drinking some potions to heal myself, because this fucker is about to go into phase 2. We've killed the dude. So now we're in phase 2. Phase 2 is the most dangerous one, because the closer you are to him, the more damage he deals. So you need to use your special attacks here to deal a lot of damage quickly. And stall as well, by stepping underneath, like I'm doing right now. Step underneath every now and then, stay under her for a while, until you can move on to the next minion. There we go. We are moving on. The most dangerous phase was very, very quickly dealt with, because we used our Void Waker special attacks. If you don't know what you're doing here, you're fucked. Oh dear, that's not good. Anyways, that was a bit of a sketchy moment. Oh dear, it's gonna fuck people up. So, it didn't fuck people up. But now's a great time to click this altar for some health. Take my potion again. One of his special attacks during this phase, he spawns Reavers. If you attack her while she spawns the Reavers, you heal her instead of damaging her. So that's no good. Alright, we've dealt 20% more damage, so we move on to the next part. We use our pipes. All while being chipped. We are doing a lot of damage just because of what we're doing. There we go. We keep our Protect from Magic up throughout most of the fight because she is a very strong magician. contain this. That's not good. You want to step away from that. Oh shit, we're already phased. He's not paying attention at all. Okay, take the long route. Take her for a walk. She's running after me now. She very clearly wants to kill me. She's fine, she can try. We're going to the final minion. Good. Killed the final minion. Now she's in her final phase. She healed a little bit. She's now back up to 30 health, 30% health. We are now just gonna stab her mostly. She's every now and then gonna switch her overhead style. Overhead prayer, I mean. And also gonna change attack styles every now and then. Sometimes she just keeps meleeing. It's good if she melees with one person. She will, however, sometimes use magic. I'm using the step under method to make her 25% slower. I think. That's what they're doing as well. Every now and then when... Oh, yeah, switch gear here. When she's focusing someone, if you step under her at the right time, she takes longer for her attack to go home. Good. That's next. We're gonna kill a few more, one or two, because this boss takes just such a while to prepare for. We've got a good solid team here, so I'm just gonna keep doing a few more kills, and then I'll move on to the next. This might be fun to end with a raid. I might rig the wheel a little bit. Anyways, boss is down. Victorious. I'm gonna quickly grab our setup again. Eat some more fish actually, because I'm out of prayer points and health. Okay. Now this is the tech for MP2. We just kill it as fast as we can. We don't bring supplies for long trips, but we just bring supplies for fast trips. So that's what we do. We pot, we bring a little bit of food, we bring super many gear switches that we're not really using all that often, and we just make them all green. People are going to be angry about this. Yeah, I'm winning, Kun, I'm definitely winning. You should be able to tell. You know this game by heart, don't you? He doesn't. Playing it again. See if I can talk a little bit more about what happened. We use one special attack early, so our special attack regenerates throughout the fight, so we have two specials up and ready for the second phase, which is the most dangerous one. One step. He stepped on it. Apparently. He stepped on it for a long time. He doesn't really... Thank you, moderator, for the leading the spam. He's about to use his dash special attack. Soon, surely. There he is. No escape! Whoop. He dodged away from it. Shit, it looked like he got hit there, but it registers on a different tick. When it registers! So, he's phased. We move on to the minion. Stab the cunt. Now, based on which special attack he did last, he's gonna either allow us to get in close to him or not. In this case, he allows us not to get in close. If he starts his phase with darkness, you don't want to be anywhere near him. The closer you are to him, you die. You just die. The closer you are, you die. Yep, that's the word. That's English. So after a certain amount of attacks, he does this little thing on the floor that you need to dodge away from. And bro, don't fail me. That's good. Oh, he almost fucking died. Eat your food, bro. And we rush phase 2 very fast. Oh, stabbed him while the Reaver spawned, so I healed the dude for 18. Now these Reavers, luckily, heal you when you damage them. I'm just gonna sap here for a little bit of health. Oops, I stepped underneath for too long. If you dance underneath for too long, he teleports to, or she teleports to the middle. You cannot cheese her all the way without taking any damage. So you need to step out every now and then. I am not pulled, am I? Oh, I'm definitely not pulled. Cruor don't fail me, that's the sign that we need to move on to Cruor. This little dude over here. Got the ruby, 102. We spread around here, because if we stand next to each other, this attack is a blood barrage, and it hits multiple targets if they're exactly next to each other. So that's why we kind of spread out. A little bit. I am very low. I'm thinking he can hit over 30s with his melee. I'm not too strong. We'll just heal. This guy's risking it. Yeah, sketchy. Taking this, that means we have to step away. We use ranged for 2 hits. Places don't fail me. That's our cue to move on. We bop the glacies on the head. If your teammate's frozen in stalagmites like that, or icicles or whatever, you freeze them, or you free them by stabbing the ice with your sword. If he does a melee attack, he does 3 in a row, always. So you can kind of predict when to play what. I think that was his 3rd melee attack, so he uses magic armor. Very good chance that he'll do melee again, so I'm switching preemptively, stepping under, give me a little bit of time, slowing her attacks down for a sec, so my teammates can do damage, and he's dead. We got nothing interesting. This boss drops. Is very, very, very endgame boss. Drops very, very, very endgame items. Drops a component for the strongest crossbow in the whole game. Arguably the strongest special attack weapon in the whole game. It can hit consistent hundreds every so often. Not constantly, but every so often. But it's consistent. Which is insane. Also drops Torva. Torva is armor that is very, very, very tanky. Also very strong. It gives you strength bonus, which higher your maximum hits, the more damage you deal to monsters. So this is like a prison. Lore-wise, this is Nexus Prison. For the lore of the people who play this game, it is a prison for us as well, because you stay here for 10s, 20s, hundreds of hours if you're unlucky. There's like a 1 in 300 or so chance for a specific piece of the armor, I think. And well, since there's 3 people, the time it takes for you to get it then is 1,000 kills. And this one kill took how long? 5 minutes. So 1,000 times 5 minutes. I have no idea. 100 hours, maybe more. I don't know. It's a lot of hours if you're on average luck. If you're unlucky, it takes fuck while longer. If you're lucky, you can be out of here in no time. But yeah, no, people are usually here for a while. I've been here for a while, not crazy long. I've killed almost 1,000, but many of them have been in bigger teams. So those were very fast kills. But still, I would have liked to see a piece of the armor on there. Alright, we stab the fucker. We move on to the minion. Also, a good reason to use melee here is because you have a Blood Fury, which is an amulet that you can wear. It gives good stats and also heals you every now and then. If you randomly see my health go up without me clicking one of these yellow potions, it means my Blood Fury did the healing thing. Let's see, where are we in the fight? Embrace Darkness, yeah. So we are now waiting for him to do 4 or 5 attacks or so in this phase before we can move in. Right now, when she fears the shadow, that's when we run in and we fuck him up. We use our special attacks twice, 60 something damage, guaranteed damage, not guaranteed high damage, just guaranteed damage, which is very useful here. Alright, move on to the minion. First person who arrives is the one who should be tanking this minion. By tanking the minion, I mean pray magic, because this minion, all the minions do magic damage, and only for this phase specifically, you see these people are praying range, because she deals damage with range, this guy deals damage with magic. So I stand outside of her range, which is this green fucking bar. So much to explain about this boss. Oops. I stand outside of the range, so I don't get hit with the range attacks, so I can tank the dude's major attacks. It all makes sense, trust me, there's logic here. Might not be a lot of it, but there's logic. That's unlucky. So, if we hit this dude, we heal for half of the damage we do. So you just saw a purple 10 on me, it healed 10, but he did 20 damage. Very good. Brewer, don't fail me. Alright, you're not failing me, Brewer. This is a great kill. I'm not taking any damage. I haven't clicked a single brew. You could say, yeah, why don't you stay longer? Why don't you stay longer trips? Well, it's because we also use offensive potions and prayer potions a lot. They do run out regardless. Contain this, that's unlucky. 100 damage. Yeah, this crossbow has the, or well, most crossbows have the power to occasionally deal 100 damage at random if you use these very specific rolls. Which is great. I like 100 free damage. I don't know. Where the fuck are you going? I know where you're going. I'm gonna do the same thing actually. Down. Down. Please, 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 please. Yeah. Every 10 minutes you can click this altar. And what it really does is it gives you health back. Health and prayer, etc. Which is nice. Alright. 20% down, so we can move on. Okay. We're gaming. Ah! Shot me away. The little step under. I saw the melee attack coming, so I preemptively switched to melee. While stepping under, so I can stall for my team to do a lot of damage here. He's gonna use magic now. I said now. He skipped magic, he just used more melee, that's fine. should be swapping soon. There he is. And to finish him off. Great, that was a nice kill. Alright, I'm doing one more, and then I will call this boss finished. It's just such an interesting boss though, because you can also just very well optimize this and get good at it. The easy way to do this is you equip your crossbow shit like this, and you just shoot the boss from a distance for 6 minutes straight. That's the easy way. It's like 30% slower, I think. And in terms of getting the fuck out of this area as soon as possible, getting the drops as fast as possible, the 30% slower is a shitload. So every optimization you can do here saves you a lot of supplies and a lot of time. So that's why we use this method of just killing it once, getting out, getting back, and then bopping. Good, last KC. For those interested, probably none, this is my draw block. I got the pet, and I got the Van braces. These are the prized possessions, though, the Nile horn, the Torva, and also the hilt is nowadays very desired for the Delve boss. Delve boss is fucking great. It's new, also the newest content of the game. It's so good. It's such good content. Oh, yeah, it's really good. I don't think we're getting Delve boss here though. It's on the list technically. There we go. Oh, just picking a few. Yeah, one of his special attacks during this phase is the coughing. I'm now coughing and losing stats. My boosted stats are going down. It's not the end of the world at all. It's not even close to the end of the world. Come on, shoot. I should be brewing. I don't know, I'm not brewing. Oh, that's good. It's not good. Okay, that was a little bit intense. We made it. My rapinate. A little bit intense. Why am I the blood sacrifice? Blood sacrifice, special attack where you need to run away 6 times in order to not die. It's not really die. You take some damage. It's not special. So you kill the lever, do a little bit of damage to it, and some health. That's a lot of damage. Because this phase is blood. Blood is typically something with healing, lifesteal. He heals from the damage that we deal. So the faster we kill this phase, the better as well. So using special attacks during this phase is good. That's why I used the Void Waker special just there. Where are you gonna go? The little thing that we did stepped under him as soon as he reached me, so I would teleport him back, which saves a few ticks. before he can do another attack, which saves us some health. However, he's now in the middle. Downside about that is we need to run all the fucking way over there. For your teammate. Should probably eat some health. Eat some health. There we go. Oops, we shouldn't be wearing range for this. Click the dude, don't click miss on the dude. Oh, I should be saving this dude. I was sitting wrong. Great words, great words. I am very speak. Why did I do that? This is a bit of an icky situation. So he can do a special, yeah, where he does exactly that. If you're next to him, you're fucked. And this guy is. He gets 4 attacks of this. Oh, that's good. Now he's back out of his playing melee, so I can use my Fang again. Fang is very high DPS. If not the highest, so. Alright. We got nothing. Unfortunately. But it's fine. We killed Nex, one of the latest game bosses. You'll be here a while. If you're in the end game. I've been here a while and I will be here a while. I'm nowhere near done with this guy. Costs just a lot of supplies and a lot of time to finish it. Unfortunately. Anyways, we are editing this little piece of note to say Nex. I barely had caps on. Good. How much time do we have? 20 minutes. Let's see what we roll. So much left. So much left on the wheel. Oh, baby! It's a fan favorite. It's Le Mole. Le Mole is a very, very beginner boss. Let me quickly gear up and I'll show you what we're doing, what we're dealing with. If I can find a mole page. This is mole? No. Abysmal. Oh, this mole. Yes, this mole. Okay. There we go. We are killing the mole. Mole is a very early game piece of content. It's one of the earliest bosses that even was out there in the game. Very, very old school. And doesn't have a lot of mechanics. It's not that interesting. But it is nice to get, you know, if you're starting, I've killed a lot of chickens. Maybe I can kill a big ass mole right now. If you're starting to get into monster killing, then it's nice. We don't need much for this at all. We need a few things. We need a spade, and we need a way to get there. I'm just gonna leave the French chat. No more nexting from me. This boss is in Falador. You may have not seen this in Falador because it's underground in Falador. If you have ever played this game and have been free to play, it's always been right underneath your nose. Literally. These little holes in the ground, mole hills, they contain mole. Look. There's mole. There's baby mole. Look, it's baby mole. I will call him mini mole. That's probably a reference. I don't know the reference. There's also a dude here. This dude is killing the mole. Which is fine. I will hop around, find a world where nobody is killing the mole. I also brought this shield for a very specific reason. If you've done the achievement diaries, which basically means have stats at a certain level, there's already a dude here. Have stats at a certain level. Oh, I was just here, wasn't I? 625. Yeah. then you can unlock some regional benefits. And one of the regional benefits of this one is you get a mole seeker. It seeks mole. It shows a flashing arrow of the mole. Because this dude, it teleports around. It doesn't have any special mechanics. I can show you what he does if you stand up close. He will slap you. He'll do a little his claw. If you use Protect from Melee, it doesn't do anything. If you don't use Protect from Melee, also doesn't really do anything. He hits you every now and then. But the gimmick about this boss is it's not really anything you learn. The more new bosses always try to teach you something about like, oh, there's shit on the floor, you should try and dodge it. Oh, okay, I should use my moving around. I should learn to move around effectively. Or there's a red thing flowing towards you, you should use Protect from Melee to avoid it. Ah, okay, I'm using my protection card, I'm learning. This boss, he teleports around. He starts digging every now and then, and he teleports. That's giant mole. It's just a mole. It's kind of big. There's not much more to add. I'll do one more kill, just for the sake of it. Because he's kind of cute. You gotta say, he has a big ass nose. He has big ass baby moles around him. I think the most optimal way to kill him is like this. Stand far away with the Tumican Shadow, which is a magic weapon. What this does is you can shoot this attack, and before it lands, you can shoot another attack. Which means if you were to dig away now, you would kill it before you need to shoot another attack, because the second attack was already on the way. You get the point. The mole is dead. We're going back to the spinny board. Another wilderness boss. Ooh. Callisto Audio. We're going to be killing audio for this. We're going to a very specific world. We're going to total level worlds. And the reason why is because we are going to the wilderness again. And inside of the wilderness there is war, there's terror. Most importantly, there is players. Killing other players. You can even see my face still? Yeah. Players killing other players. Oh, I need to go to the crafting guild. I just noticed my clues are despawning. Clues is a whole different topic. Like I said, I'm not getting into it right now. I'm dropping these every hour on the floor because I'm collecting them, and they have a 1 hour despawn timer. So just pick them up every hour, drop them again, and you can just move on. But do whatever you're doing. But just don't forget you have to do it. Alright, we're going to the wilderness again. We're gonna kill a bear. Callisto Audio. There's two names here because there's two versions of the same boss. There's a singles version and there's a team version. The team version is a bit stronger, a bit higher health. You can kill it with a group. The singles version, you cannot kill it with a group. You kill it alone. It's that simple. It's a bit easier to kill. The group boss drops the same stuff. Oh, I'm sharing no screen again. Yep, thank you, Rune. The single dude drops the same stuff, but just less frequently as the big dude. There's not much difference between the fights themselves, so I'm gonna kill the small one because it's just quicker to get to. I have some setups here. RTO. I've labeled this RTO anti-PK. I'm not sure why. Well, most likely because I'm going to anti-PK some dude. Let's see. I'm just gonna grab my shit. I'm just gonna see how this inventory setup looks like and if I want to work with this. I've made all these setups myself, by the way. Void Waker. What am I risking even? Not much. Not risking much at all. Okay, so what I'm doing now, I'm going full crazy, alright? Hear me out. So, what happens with this boss, these bosses in the wilderness usually, there's people like me, we are PvMers, player versus monsters, we kill monsters in the wilderness because we want to, and then the PKer comes, he's fully equipped to kill other players, not kill the monsters. So he has a way different items, stronger items usually, to kill us, the weak player versus monster killer. However, before I continue, that's usually not a fair fight, so usually the PKer just wins, they kill you, you lose your shit. You cry a little bit, you continue. But anti-PKing is pretending you are just there for the boss, and then once they get too comfortable around you, you bop them. You bop them on the head. So that's exactly what I'll be doing. I will be bringing a recoil ring, actually. Oh, I already have a recoil ring. I'll be bringing 2 recoil rings then. If I find a PKer that decides to attack me, I'm gonna be all, oh no, please don't kill me. I'm not risking much. If I use my protection from item prayer, I'm risking 170k and nothing unique, nothing crazy. 100,000 gold is not a lot of gold. Not a lot. So if I die, I don't risk much. If I manage to sneak a little special attack with my Voidwaker Blade on their bop and head and they die, it's fucking funny as hell. I cannot trade it with other people, so I cannot pick up their shit technically. I cannot keep it as my own. But it's funny as hell if I can kill them. So that's why I'm bringing this. Okay, did we help to the world? Yes, we did. We're gonna kill Artio. So if I find some player, I'm not gonna attack them first. Because if I do attack someone else first, I get a skull above my head. And the skull above my head makes me lose my items. There's somebody in here, I'm assuming. Yes. We're gonna hop. So if a PKer comes, we are somewhat ready to do something about it. More likely we are not actually. I'm on the wrong spellbook, I just noticed. That's a little bit awkward. I'm supposed to be on the ancient spellbook. There we go. Which allows me to freeze the dude away. I'm not on that spellbook right now, so he's kind of chasing me. You see these blue lines that are constantly following me around? That's his true position. His image is kind of behind his model is behind his actual position, because he's doing like his animation, his stomping animation. Should probably drink a potion. If he catches up to you, he smacks you like that with melee. It's not good. He sometimes uses wind blast like that on you. That's his magic attack. If that hits you, if you don't create magic in time, you're getting blasted into a wall for 50 damage, 5-0. It's a lot of damage. Hit again. So I want to just keep running. In this case, because I forgot to change my spellbook. Otherwise, I would be using magic and I would freeze the boss away. Freezing him in place and I can just easily range him from afar. In this case, this is also just a way to do it. And you bop him. I will do another kill. Just for funsies, because I'm here. He has a very quick respawn timer. Very close, so I need to be careful with this magic attack. I don't know the exact timing of his attacks, so I'm just kind of guessing a little bit. I think it's a 5-tick. Yeah, it's a 5-tick attack timing, which is awkward. So I'm at 4-tick attack timing, which means I need to kind of calibrate my attack speed with his. That's I shouldn't. I'm getting a headache thinking about explaining this. I'm just gonna shoot boss and click away. That's just what I'm gonna do in order to prevent being meleeed. He will attack regardless if he's next to me or not. Every 3 seconds exactly. So if I'm just away from him every 3 seconds, nothing bad will happen. He will use ranged if I'm afar. He will use melee if he's next to me. So I kind of time. It's a rhythm game. RuneScape is a rhythm game. In case you haven't noticed these numbers on the bottom of my interface here. These are ticks. These are the game ticks. They are counted every. Well, in this case, there's 7 ticks on my screen. But every tick, the number goes up a little bit. This is just to keep rhythm in certain bosses. It's not essential anywhere to have, but it visualizes the amount of ticks or the amount of time it takes for ticks to happen, for game tick to pass. So every 5 game ticks, this dude doesn't attack. Right? It's very sweaty to be thinking about this during this boss fight at all. You don't really have to. But yeah, it's a little bit of game mechanic. I could just do this, of course. Ooh. Of course. Oh, you can run over these traps, by the way. If you stand on top of them, You die. Well, you don't die. You take a few damage. You can demonstrate. 12 damage. You get rooted in place for a short duration. It's not that interesting. Anyways, RTO is about to die for the 3rd time, which means it's about time to get the hell out of here. This is a high risk, high reward kind of place, and the reason why you want to be here in the first place, to kill this boss and some other wilderness bosses, is because they drop the Void Waker pieces. The Void Waker is this weapon that I have on me, which has guaranteed damage, which is very fucking strong. That's why you want to kill these bosses and get them as a drop. I already did this on my account. I've got the drops on all of the bosses. I got the weapon made. So I don't have to return to these ever again, technically speaking. Which is very good. I'm very happy because these places are terror with the amount of PvP players, player killers around. It can be very stressful and it can be very frustrating if they keep showing up and they keep bopping you on the head with their magic and then you're dead. So yeah, that's RTO done. Next, what are we gonna get? I see we have 7 minutes left, so it better not be a raid. Oh, Arachnis is a rush boss. We're gonna rush this. We're gonna just grab some setup. I don't have a setup for this boss made because it is a very early game boss. It is not that interesting to kill for me as a late game player. However, there are some reasons to kill it still. It drops clue scrolls on a fairly frequent rate, which is an argument for doing it. Let's see, what else do I bring? I think that's fine. I can do this. Oh, maybe some Missouri actually. Yeah, I'll just bring Missouri. That's probably better. Yeah. Thank you. Merci. We bring this. Potion, food, potion, teleport, book. Where's my book? There it is. You don't need a lot to kill this boss. As a max player, it is a bit more difficult as a bit of an earlier player because it is strong. It is very strong. If you don't know what you're doing, if you have the correct equipment, it's not that strong. So we teleport to the continent of Zea. He is still alive. I am a legend. I have no idea if I'm getting kicked off the stream at 9, by the way. My schedule's at 6 to 9. I have no idea if there's a moderator here that can tell me if I just have to bop instantly or if I can finish what I'm doing. We'll see. I don't think anyone's coming after me, is there? I didn't see anything on the schedule. It would be theatrical if I just do a raid, get the mega rare reward from the raid, and then end the streaming week on a once in a lifetime situation. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Is it this world, dude? This dude's world? Is he hopping or is he going in? He's going in. Alright, he can have it. Anyways, Sarachnis, big ass spider. What does the spider do? The spider hits you with attacks. I'm just gonna hop around a little bit. See if I can find an empty world. Or can you private this? I don't think. No. I'm just gonna hop around a bit more. Oh, this is the world I was just in, wasn't it? Could be. So, big spider. If you deal damage to it, it spawns smaller spiders. You can deal with them or you can ignore them. A lot of people choose to ignore them because these smaller spiders aren't that strong. If you take the time to kill the smaller spiders, that is time lost not killing the big spider. So that's what people generally do. There is builds here where you build very tanky gear. You take very tanky gear with you, and you just bonk. You AFK. You click the spider once. You go away, get some food IRL, and then dip. There's an empty world. Good. So we're going through. Now, about this boss. Oh, he hit me. He has some fun mechanic that I will demonstrate once, where I'm taking a lot of damage, it looks like, but that's because my weapon's hitting myself. He casts web on me like this, and then I'm frozen. He walks away to the other side of the room, so I cannot hit him for a few seconds. There's the minions. He's gonna do it again. He freezes me. I need to click the shit out of him. Pray range, because that's a range attack. Pray melee once I'm next to him again. This guy will only do melee once you're next to them, and use range if you're far. So we can keep bopping. Now he's about to do a range attack. It's pretty strong, so we pray for it. And while we run, we switch to melee. However, these boots are an addition to the game about 2 years ago, I think, maybe 1 or 2 years. They've added these boots, which are anti-spider boots, in a way, that webs, you're immune to webs if you wear them. So if you wear these boots during this kill, you will not get frozen at all, which is nice. Ooh, money. I'll show you one more time. They spawn very quickly. So you whack the boss on the caboodle. And for people that have these boots unlocked, all you do is you click the boss. Can I get a beer real quick? 1 sec. How awkward would that be if I actually died, huh? But yeah, that's I didn't see what happened, but my character just follows him around and just keeps whacking. This is not alcohol, by the way. This is 0.0. This is not alcohol. Do not drink. Drinking is bad for you. Be responsible. Don't drink. And gang. Or do I'm not your dad. Love me some 0.0. Anyways, that's Sarachnis. Moving on. Sarachnis. Is there any viewer online that wants me to do a very specific boss? Now is the time to ask. Because I might be kicked off in 1 minute. Who knows? I have no idea what the moderators are expecting of me. Who is to say? Looking in chat for any lurkers with audio enabled. If none, also fine. I will do something. I have my wheel. My wheel is my best friend. My wheel will pick something for me. 1 second, let me just grab the wheel. The wheel quick. Let's see, there we go. Or I might just send a raid. Maybe I'll just send a raid to end it all. Oh! I live for the applause. 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 It is a raid. I'm still looking at chat to see if a moderator is listening along and is gonna send me off. If so, say now. Otherwise, I'll send the raid and end the stream there. I think it's been a good amount of time, and my voice is slowly cracking. Still hitting the spider, by the way. Not much is happening here. I think this screen is much more interesting than this screen. Well, to be fair, numbers are going up here. They're literally going above my head, just going up, and as well as on his face. So, yeah, I'm not getting kicked off, so I'm gonna send a raid. It has been a while since I've sent a Tomb of a Mascot. Tomb of a Mascot is a raid that is early. Well, okay, it's not early game. It's scalable raid. It is, I think, one of the better raids that they've made. People don't like it because it has some features that are just not very fun. But I do think it's one of the more accessible raids. If a person would want to get into raiding on old school RuneScape, this is the one to start with. 100%. The theater is the most difficult one. People will shit on you if you even consider doing it without any other raid experience. the Chambers of Zarek, the other raid, the first one, is mechanically so complex and unintuitively difficult that you shouldn't start with it. This one is very intuitive. That's why this one is really great. If there's any viewers in chat that want to tag along to a TOA, let me know right now. Otherwise, I'll just send a solo. The great thing about this raid as well, you can send it solo, you can send it with up to 8 people. Or duo, trio, it doesn't matter. So it is very customizable as well. What also is customizable is the difficulty. I'll get to it in a sec. Literally, I'll get to it. I'll get to the raid. We teleport there using my Pharaoh Scepter. Because I am the Pharaoh after all. What is that? Is that useful? Yeah, it's useful. You get it from looting a pyramid. An ancient pyramid that is right in this city of Sophanum. Yal Safria Pyramid. If you raid it plenty of times and you're lucky enough, you can get this. I'm not sharing my screen again. Fuck me. Anyways, if you loot this little... go outside. I teleported here with my scepter. If you loot this pyramid, you get the scepter if you're lucky enough. And it teleports you to this pyramid. What the fuck is this? It's a pyramid. Inside here is the raid. Raid number 3. This raid has this obelisk in the middle. And it makes the raid party for you. But it also lets you set invocations. Invocations are these difficulty modifiers. I'm gonna quickly remove this text out of my face. There's nothing to see here anyways. I'm just gonna quickly make you invisible. Boop. 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 And is there anything else? The music thing. Where's the music thing? There it is. Good. There we go. Okay, so these modifiers, you can adjust the raid's difficulty. Default is entry mode. You can do it as a mid-game account. You need to do a quest before you get access to this raid. If you can finish the quest, you can finish the entry mode of the raid. As soon as you get better and feel more comfortable, you can add some modifiers, such as limit the amount of times you can die. Try again. Persistence, softcore run, hardcore run. Hardcore run means you can only die once, and if you die, if the whole party dies, you wipe and you lose. If you do not enable these, you can die as many times as you want. Oh yeah, I'm still here. You can die as many times as you want. So there's a lot of practicability here. Where in the theater of blood, the raid that I did earlier, if you die, you just wipe. And it's just over. You gotta just send a new raid, do the whole first few rooms again, and it just wastes your time. So this one is much easier to learn. You can just turn these invocations off. Same with this. This is walk for it, jog for it, run for it, spin for it. It has to do with time. The faster you are, you can turn these on. Limits your time. Sets a timer for 40 minutes, for example. Beat it in 40 minutes, you get more points. If you don't beat it in 40 minutes, you get less points. So you only do that if you're sure that you can do it. There's also modifiers that make the bosses more difficult. Add new mechanics, make the mechanics stronger, faster. Also modifiers that make your food heal you less or not at all. Drain your special attack. That sort of thing. It's not pretty. Some of these modifiers. Let's see, what am I bringing though? I am going to send. Oh, there's good rate, good frame rate. Nice, very nice. I don't trust my internet here at all, but apparently it's good. Thank you. Let's see. I've made a couple of these tabs. Toa high info. I'm just gonna send a very high invocation. Don't know if I should. Because it has been a fucking long while since I've done this. Let me check my loadout real quick. See how it's looking. It's looking decent. However, there are some changes here. Mainly this has changed. These loadouts, you can customize them yourself, so that you can easily grab your equipment for a raid. 1 second, Flores. I'll get into it in a bit. Yeah, I'll just bring an extra prayer potion. You can easily customize these things for it to be for you to have a loadout that works for you. This is one of the loadouts I used to use. It has been a while since I've done this. I sure hope that I can still do this. Very likely I'll die at some point, but at least we try. Okay, we equip some arrows. We have our... Oh, I should probably not use this anymore, should I? There's nobody here that knows anything about this, but there's new weapons that make things better and easier. Who knows? Anyways, my party. Invocations. 500. I'm sending 500 invocation, which is pretty much the cap of what people usually send. Level 0 is minimum, level 150 is normal difficulty, level 300 is expert difficulty, level 500 is out of this fucking world difficult if you don't know what you're doing. If you do know what you're doing, it's fairly doable, but you do need very strong gear as well. And knowledge about mechanics. So, we're just gonna send it, right? We have darts in this thing. Yep, just gonna send it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. My account that I'm using is an Iron Man account. An account that cannot trade. I've been playing this account for a bunch of years, so it's pretty strong. It's very, very kitted out. It has a lot of the rare items, but not all of the rarest items. So I still have months, years of difficult content to do. And I will be doing it until the day that I don't feel like anymore. You. Alright, first room. Monkey room. I totally forgot how to do this. So monkeys spawn from the sides. It's not good. Monkeys are bad. Monkeys need to die. They spawn in different colors. They indicate their attack style. There's also different types of monkeys that leave poison, like these, for example. There's baboons. So you deal with them quickly, so they don't mess up your whole area. Oh, this guy is falling. I'm actually dying already. Oh my god, I'm actually dying. I'm actually dying. I'm actually fucking dying. Don't talk to me. It's been so fucking long. Oh no. Did I not pick up a hammer? Did I honestly not pick up a hammer? Oh, this is a disaster. This is not good. I don't think I picked up a hammer, did I? No. I didn't drop enough potions. I don't think I'm gonna live here anymore. Okay, I'm gonna have to try some gymnastics here. Be lucky most of all. This one, we're alive. If we somehow live here, it's a miracle. I think it's a miracle. I think we're blessed. Okay, we're alive. We're alive. That's a good thing. Okay, so there's these exploding baboons as well. They explode. Crazy, I know. I'll die. Okay, there we go. Jesus Christ. I haven't done this in fucking forever. Okay, we're alive. We made it through the first room. There was these things that spawn, like these skulls on top of this grid. Skulls in front of these pillars. No, that's bad. I don't have any health, do I? No. I might actually die, just from... by random chance. It's gonna be fun. Let's see how it goes. I might die here. I'm alive. Okay, we're alive. I think we're in good. Okay, so this boss... Oh, I fucked it up. Ooh, I'm alive. Very humble. Anyways. All under control. This boss could easily just killed me there. He hits through prayer every now and then. But there's this little method that you can do just by stepping under him at the right time. Kind of preventing him from using his melee attack. However, if he detects you underneath him, he does his little ground stomp, where he swipes his arm and all of these tiles underneath him become dark, and they deal damage. So you don't want to be underneath them when it happens. There we go. There we go. Made it through. Alright, he spawns boulders. You shoot them with weapon and then they die and you run up. That's the whole mechanic. I'm sorry, I'm very focused right now because this is kind of hard. If you mess up this by one game tick, you easily die. I could have already died twice. Because I'm a little bit of a fool. But we're still managing it somehow. I'm using shift click, by the way, to walk underneath him, and then control click when I click him, so that I walk towards, or that I walk underneath from him again. Does that make sense? There we go. I think I can make this in one time. Alright, we are in rhythm. The great thing about this raid is that you can most of the things are under your control. If you die, it's mostly your own fault. It's hardly ever the fault of the monster just hitting you randomly very hard. If you die, you mess something up. That's the great part about this raid. I like it. I messed up a bunch of things, which I will not get into. But the great part is I can recover. And we are gaming. As after this room is done, I will heal a lot of health back. So I do not have to worry about my 9 HP right now. There we go. We somehow made it through the first room. My pace is pretty slow, but it's fine. It is acceptable. It is 100% skill-based gameplay, and that makes RuneScape pretty good sometimes. Also makes it pretty bad if it's not. But this one is all on me if it goes well or if it doesn't. Alright, next room. Oh, this raid, by the way, has 4 rooms with demi-bosses. This was one of the demi-bosses. All of these have a puzzle before them, some sort of puzzle thing. The previous puzzle was the little monkey room that you kill all these small monkeys and then you can move on to the big monkey. This puzzle room is more quite literally a puzzle. You solve some puzzles that are already pre-solved for you. You see some highlighted tiles, you click on them. People have made plugins to make your life easier here, because the puzzles are not the fun part about this raid. Solving them is not that interesting. This is a memory puzzle. Connect the left side to the right side, make sure they're the same icons. Or touch one icon on the left that's the same as on the right. So I'm touching the W icon and then the W icon here. Touching the boot icon here and then the boot icon here. Star. Yeah, you'd be surprised. If you start getting into how much content there is in the game, you can keep going, dig deeper underneath the iceberg. It goes on and on. Okay, so we've made it to boss number 2. What's his name again? Geoffrey. Geoffrey is a dung beetle of sorts. He shoots bombs, He sits on a big dung, just 8 dung. And he poops. There's dung. Every now and then he poops, and there's a row of dung in the area now. So the difficult part about this boss is dung management. It's quite literally poop management. If you place his poop in bad places in the room, so in other words, if you are at the wrong place and the wrong time, he will poop at you at an inconvenient time, and these lines will appear in very poor positions. You can limit how much space you have to move around this room, which is something you don't want. I'm gonna play this super safe, since I'm sure I will have way more than enough supplies. I'm gonna stall right now. I'm gonna hope he sends some more poop my way. He does. So I've made 2 lines of poop on very specific points. Reason why. If I kill him now, he doesn't die. He's kind of recharging, but he spawns 2 minions. Both these minions aren't that strong individually, but if they're on you together, they deal a lot of damage. This one's in melee. So if I did not place these poop lines, this melee would just charge at me and just bite me. And he doesn't deal a lot of damage usually. But he can hit up to 50 damage or so, if you're unlucky. And we don't want that, so that's why I separate him from the other guy. The melee minion will always spawn there in his little nest, I suppose. The ranged minion will always spawn on this side. And there's also a mage minion after I kill him this time, which will spawn all the way there in that corner. We'll get there when we get there. First off, we're gonna keep doing this, dodging some bombs. As soon as you see flies or mosquitoes, well, it's probably poop flies, around our character's body, that means he's gonna spawn some more poop. This does sound like a job title, I assume. Yeah. Managing dung beetle poops. Poop, yeah. You know, dung beetle dunks poop. Yeah, lines. So there's flies around my character now, which means in a second he's gonna send me flying, send a line of poop straight after me. And I've placed this in a very specific place as well. And there's some little technique here that I'm gonna utilize. I think I'll be able to at least. That is, if I now stand over here, I will have dragged this ranger up in this quadrant. He's now kind of stuck here, which is good. Now I can stab the the major, who is charging an attack, by the way. As soon as his attack is fully charged, he will fucking bop me to death. However, if I keep stabbing him, he will be interrupted. Now, which I did, he died, great. Now the reason why I trapped this ranger in such a specific way, by walking all the way to this corner and dragging him in that corner, is that if I stand on this side of the boss now, I am just outside of his attack range. So this guy cannot hit me, because he's stuck there. If I were to stand here for example, boop, you see, he's shooting little projectiles at me. But you don't deal... Oh, I fucked it up. now I'm too close. now this ranger is fucking me up, as you can tell. That's annoying. I'm just gonna deal with it. If I were good at the game, I would optimize. Good night. If I were good at this game, I would be very not demonstrative of this specific thing, and I would just, you know, hit the boss, and you know, be done with this little ad. But now I do have to kill him because he is shredding my health through my prayer, and there's nothing I can do about it. Now, however, now that he's done, I will not take any more damage. Jinx, don't jinx me. I can now just dodge bombs. Okay, take that little bit of damage, and we're back in here. Okay, fine. The poop, if it lands on your head, it deals a little bit of damage. It's negligible. But yeah, now I can just avoid this just the whole time. And nothing's gonna happen. All of the supplies that I bring with me, by the way, are prayer potions. The reason why, my invocations limit me from using food that heals my health, so I don't bring them. There's one little trick I have got up my sleeve though, and that is the Keris, Partisan of the Sun. The Chaos Particle is this little weapon that I have in my butt. If I use the special attack of this weapon, it will drain a lot of my prayer points. But it will heal me to over full health in just one go. If I would use the special attack now, I would be 118 health just with the click of a button. And that's good, because in a pinch I can just heal myself to full. However, it does cost me a lot of prayer points. That's why I bring these prayer potions to heal myself with that. Or regenerate my prayer, and also costs me special attack energy. I'm limited to how much special attack I regenerate throughout the raid. So, there's that. Okay, we are gonna do this over here. I think I have some very weird invocations active. We'll see. Anyhow, this can go in here. I'm not using a... don't think I'm using a bone dagger anymore. There we go, there we go. Okay, we're doing... Het, Path of Het. Okay, the Path of Het puzzle is a mining / mirror kind of puzzle thingy. There is this thing that shoots a laser beam every 8 seconds or so. You gotta place mirrors in the correct place in order to bounce them to this statue over here, the shield statue. This puzzle was very easy. You place the mirror in the correct way. There was also a line, even an arrow even indicating where I had to place it. And if you do it right, then you can mine the obelisk. And if you kill the obelisk, you can move on. Puzzle done. Some puzzles are so quick. It's so fun. Some puzzles are not so quick. Good. Then, moving on to one of the hardest rooms. This room might kill me and end my live stream. Just a heads up. I'm already saying goodnight. This might kill my run, because this fucker is hard. So, this little dude... I'm already messing it up. I'm already messing it up. As he messes it up, Mr. Streamer. Why are you messing it up? Okay, this little dude is chasing you around. That's not good. You don't want to be chased. If you get hit, it's not good, because then he switches his attack style and his protection prayer above his head. He's now praying melee, so that's fine. If he prays melee, it's okay, because we want to use magic here. Magic is our strongest style in this raid. So we kind of dance him in this very specific pattern around the room. Until he loses 20% of his health, which he just did. And then he spawns these little dudes around the room. You need to kill them in time, it's a DPS check. If you don't deal enough damage, the whole area explodes and you lose a fuck ton of health. So while you're dancing around him, you need to shoot his little ass, and it's already fucked. I'm not sure which invocations I have turned on right now. I'm pretty sure they are the quite difficult ones. Oh, there we go. Also, it is so that if I am next to him when he's channeling an attack... We're alive. Albeit barely. We'll drop this. When I use my... Yeah, just my little mates, right? 1 sec. There's a very specific evasion pattern as well. For this, every now and then he teleports away, and he does a little memory puzzle where you need to look at the middle of the room and dodge his attacks in a very specific pattern by walking onto the... Fuck, I messed it up. So walking to the correct Oh, let's look at that. Sides of the arena. Correct quadrants, I should say. There we go. We're doing it. We're gaming. Not hitting any damage though, that's a problem. I'm not hitting any damage. Why am I not hitting any damage? So this is a race against the clock, and if you're not fast enough, it's gonna boom the whole area. We made it. There's a different way to get rid of the memory puzzle altogether by doing this little staircase motion that I'm doing. It's very specific. Oh, fuck, that's gonna hit me. It's very specific timing. And again. Okay, this is the puzzle. Done well. Red, black, red, black. While you do this, it's can be complicated sometimes, because you need to avoid your own mess that you're making with the orbs that you're spawning. It's not a good look. Red, black, yellow. Right, I'm gonna just try and run over. Dodge around the orbs that you're facing by yourself. And we are good. Okay. That's kind of messy and it feels tricky, so I kind of used to doing a staircase method where I walk to the edges of the arena, kind of cross over the explosions as they happen. It's very specific timing and very specific positioning. I'm just used to it. Okay, good. That is the main fucker dead. Now, for the come phase, that is not the real name of this phase. It is a nickname that has been given it because there's cum flying around the room. You need to not get hit by the flying cum. If you get hit by cum, you take 25 damage, and you know I don't have that much health to spare. He turns off all of your damage except for melee, so you need to run around the room and stab him. You cannot use magic or range from a distance. You need to walk up and blast, all while avoiding this. Which move is your favorite? Alright, then that's done. That is the trickiest room. I actually died almost a few times. But I'm a gamer. We live. Oh, gotta go here. The one with the white stuff. Yeah, okay. The one we do all the time with all of the women, you know, that one. So, puzzle here. There's like traps and beams. You just run over them on specific tiles that I've marked blue. Don't get hit by the stuff. You click some jug on some waterfalls. You add them to the tree grows, the crocodiles die. You can move on. I'm not gonna dive too deep into this. It's not that in depth. Okay. Croc. The croc. The last of the 4 demi bosses. Well, they're kind of more than demi, just you can classify them as bosses. Zebak is by far the most chill of them all. That's why you kind of end with it. Because if you do the most hard ones at the end and you die, then you lose all of your time you spent here. But now that I've finished, 1 second, I need to wake me up inside. So, he spawns some of these puzzles every now and then where you need to push a jug towards these boulders, crash them, make sure they explode by hitting them with a ranged weapon behind them. So you have a safe area behind these rocks for this ground slam attack, this wave, shockwave thing. If you're not behind a rock during those, you die. Thankfully, I was behind a rock, so I didn't die. Also spawn some blood thingies that chase you around the room every now and then. It's not that hard to deal with. Just run away from them. Also, he will do no, tornadoes. Tsunami? What's it called? Waves. Called waves. Waves, boy. You run away from the waves. Well, keep damaging him. Keep up the fight. Right, puzzle. Push a jump into a rock. You can also just push it straight onto a rock for it to burst as well. One more wave coming in. One more set of waves. And that's all that dealt with. Now for his final part of this kill, he's just going to shoot a bit faster. It's not going to be impactful at all. So yeah, he just uses the red things are magic attacks, and the boulders you protect your range, just forgot to mention. There's these blood things that spawn, run away from them, keep looking at the things that are flying at you from the sky. Before they hit you, make sure you turn on the correct prayer. It should be done and dusted in a second. Right? Right? Yeah, my finisher. Good. Alright, that's the 4 bosses down, and now onto the main attraction. Main attraction. What do I do with you? I put you here, I put you here. Yeah, sure. Let's see, put you over there. My switches, I'm not really sure. I'm not entirely sure how it is again. Resupply, click salt. Alright. So, Obelisk. I'm just gonna do it while it happens. I'm not gonna speak much because if I mess this up I just die instantly and need to pay very close attention. So, I use this spray to regenerate my health to a specific amount, to 76, so that these 2 bombs deal exactly 75 damage, so I'll survive with 1 health. And I use my regeneration prayer again at a very specific tick, so that it starts regenning faster, so that for the second time these orbs come flying down, which is now. Fucking whole demonstration, I guess. I can heal at the specific time. Irrelevant. It's all good. I live. He's about to die. Okay, so he walks away. Obelisk phase is done. He's now only vulnerable to magic, so we need to use magic to lower his shield. His shield... something well here. He's only vulnerable for a few attacks after his shield is down. So you need to turn on your good boy shoes right now to attack the core. You gotta bop it. You gotta do 5 hits. 1, 2, 3. 4. Is this 5 already? I think this is 5. So we bop it a few times. We gotta do it all over again. His core ejects every time his shield is broken. Now he is only vulnerable to range, so that's why I'm using my blowpipe, sending darts to his face. So we equip this. Now he's sending skulls, which is dangerous and scary. Move away from the skulls. Skulls are not fun. Skulls are not fun. The amount of damage you deal in this phase is highly based on the amount of accuracy that you have, so I'm equipping some gear pieces like my gloves and my amulet because they give me negative ranged accuracy. Bad for this situation. You can ignore these lines, they are now not dealing any damage to me. Otherwise they would, and they would fuck me. But now not, thankfully. I can just whack him 7 times now. I think that was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Who's counting? Not this guy. Now, it should perfectly, I should have the perfect amount of damage with the setup that I have now to get him down, to kill him in 3 downs. Use my special attack to heal some more health before my adrenaline potion runs out. Good. Yeah, the 1 HP strat is nuts. It's very precise. If you know what you're doing, it's technically not risky, and I can always instantly heal myself to full in case of a panic. But it works and saves you a lot of supplies. There's more depth to how it works and why it works, which I don't have the mental capacity to explain right now. It does work, which is nice. So we shoot the dude with my bow. We shoot it once with a special attack, which drains its magic level. And a magic level drain means that I am more accurate against it. See that my clue scrolls are despawned. That is a bit of a bummer. Looking in my chat or in my buff bar, you see this 5-minute countdown is going down. It's the clue scrolls that are on the floor in my banking area. So that's probably 20 minutes of my day lost, but that's fine. Just grab them again. Anyways, this is the final portion of the whole dude. He does shockwaves in a very rhythmic pattern. So all you need to do is shoot at the head while dodging the patterns of left, right, middle shockwaves. If you get hit by them, they deal over 50 damage, up to 60 something. I have no idea. I would say up to 50 or 60 damage. Every so often, every 20% health, I think, he does this, where he spawns some skulls. You need to tap them with your melee weapon on very precise, tick perfect is how we say that. If you don't tap them tick perfectly, like kill one every 0.6 seconds, you die. It's criminal. So there's more coming. Oh yeah, you remember that crocodile? He's now shooting attacks at us to make it more interesting. I think it's too easy, wasn't it? They're the same attacks that he uses during his own boss fight. So the grey ones are like rocks, detecting ranged. Red jugs and circles are magic. Oh yeah, remember that dude that we fought 40 minutes ago or 30 minutes ago? That's Baba, this dude over there. That's the big monkey that we killed all the way at the beginning. That almost killed me like, straight away because I messed something up. He's now throwing rocks from the ceiling to make it even more interesting. Have fun. But generally, if you just move in this pattern, which you're supposed to, you don't get hit by them. Generally, that is. You just kind of have to always be on the move. Which you will be. You are always on the move because of the shockwave, so these things don't really matter. I think I'm just gonna miss my window to pick up my Q scrolls. Which is a bit of a bummer. Alright, so final thing. Ooh, I'm lagging. That's not good. Everything all at once except for the floor shockwaves. Now he's doing just shockwaves kind of everywhere. Great thing about lightning, it doesn't strike twice in the same place. So what my strategy here is, I look for safe tiles, and as soon as I see lightning strike somewhere, I step on top of that square, which is right here for example, and I'm moving to the left. So there's not going to be lightning on there for a while. All while dodging, and he's dead. And that is the theater. 34 minutes. I have 1 minute to pick up my clues. I will rush to the chest. See what it is. Is it purple? No, it's not purple. It is a white light, which means not a rare reward. But we do get some junk. Very not uninteresting. But yeah, that's the raid. If the chest is purple lighted, then you get some rare reward. It could be very worthwhile. Such as this magic weapon that I'm holding in my hand, which is over 1 billion gold pieces worth, which is a lot. And some other stuff. But yeah, that's raids. Stand a shitload of those raids. It's more fun to do with a group because you can also kind of troll each other, which is fun. And then yeah, that's a raid. Very happy to be able to get that one on the wheel. That is one of the more fun ones to demonstrate. However, it is now 21:44. I'm well past my allowed streaming time. Thank you, moderators. I will now be closing this stream because, after all, I'm fucking tired. I need to go to bed soon. Realistically, I'm gonna do some more clue scrolls, but I also need to take a break from talking. Quinn, thank you very much for your gezelligheid. Also, Fixit, Rune, and Koen that was here for a second. Thank you very much for your gezellig, and all the lurkers in chat as well who don't even have my audio enabled. Thank you. It was very gezellig. It was very gezellig. So what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to add one more thing to the screen for you to read. You muted lurker people. Tombs of Amaskut. As well as a little bit of text that I'm just going to make very large. That says, thank you for watching. There it is. With an L. That's very big. There we go. There we go. Thank you. Let's keep it at thank you for watching. Nice. Good job, Mr. Streamer. Thank you all guys very much for watching. It was a good pleasure to be here back at the DSEA of esports. I mean, Ignite. I will see you at the Retro LAN very soon, surely, right? Retro people, board, please send LAN, board, any board members? Okay, goodbye, bye-bye.